baye me a cikin baye
oh na dead body oga
fara wannan gawo dis ne a cikin kenan
oh mo na dead body na chemical oga see the chemical na put chemical.
Mo mà tún kí yín káàbọ̀ sínú ìròyìn tòní jẹ̀lẹ́ńkẹ́yọ̀ láàfin wọlé lónìí o nínú ìdílé aláyọ̀ náà ni o Abala Lerefe tá ti máa yọjú lójú fèrèsé láàrin àwọn ọmọ ológun ní Sambisa níbi tí wọ́n ti gbé offensive rẹ̀ ká àwọn agbésùnmọ̀mí mọ́lé ibẹ̀ láti yọjú lónìí ẹ mọ̀ wọ́ọ̀rì kò sí pọ́blẹ́mù ó dá ayọ̀ ló bá dé o àwa tá à ń béèrè wípé àwọn tó ń pa tó ń jọ àdó olóró sí láti jọ níbo lòkú wọn wà náà wá ní ká wá wo nǹkan kan ọgbọ́n tí àwọn wèrè ń ta sí i wọ́n náà níbi tó ń sin òkú wọn sí o wọ́n ní wọ́n á dẹ̀ dá kẹ́míkà sí láti tètè jẹrà kó mọ́ bá àrùn wípé wọ́n fẹ́ kí àwọn aráàlú kan mọ̀ wípé àwọn náà wọ́n ń kí ọkà jọ àti mò ní wọ́n ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní gbogbo ẹ̀ làwọn rí wọ́n ní àwọn wọlé tọ̀ wọ́n àwọn gbéná kojú wọn. bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni àwọn dáná yá wọn mẹ́rin tí àwọn pa nínú wọn rèé àtàwọn oní lọ́jísítìkì sọnù wọn lẹ́yìn tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn pòórá máyé wọ́n ní ẹ mọ̀ fẹnu tá a fálá sí àwọn wọn náà ń gbìyànjú omi ló kàn pọ̀ jọkà lọ. ó dá níbẹ̀ ìjà tẹ̀síwájú Edo State la fẹ́ gbàdé Delta sàdédé la rí tí àwọn ọlọ́pàá ìtúkọ̀ra àwọn jọ tí wọ́n tún àráàsì àwọn ọmọ onílù ní kí ló dé lẹ́dọ̀ kì í ṣẹ́dọ́ nìkan àrí kan náà ti ń lọ ìbọn gbà mọ́ ọlọ́pàá lọ́wọ́ mo ní eléyìí yarí mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ ni o.
So till they do person, they just dey complain finish so.
Mo ní àyẹ̀wò yá jálọ wò ó kán tó fa okó ìbọn jálọ wọn ń du ìbọn mọ́ra wọn lọ́wọ́ wàhálà lélẹ́yìí anybody nìbọn lè yìn ló lè dáàmú lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ̀rùn ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ní yóò jẹ́ èèyàn rẹ̀ níṣu wọ́n ní tí ọwọ́ òfin bá bá a mọ̀ níṣẹ́ mọ irú èèyàn tó jẹ́ ó lè jẹ́ ex-militant ó sì lè jẹ́ military ẹ jẹ́ á kó ń bẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ á wá sáré dé Delta gangan ní Sapele Sapele tán ti pa bọ́ọ̀yì lọ́jọ́ sí níjẹta náà ràn pa story mọ̀ ti yàtọ̀ lórí ìtọ̀rọ̀ bọ́ọ̀yì yẹn wọ́n ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n tẹ̀lé arákùnrin tó pa bọ́ọ̀yì yẹn wọ́n ní kì í sọlọ́pàá nìyẹn wọ́n lọ́jọ́ Sunday náà lọ sí iṣẹ́ burúkú yẹn torí wọ́n ní àwọn ọlọ́pàá sọ pé wọ́n kó tíìmù wọn pé ẹ mọ̀ sí yẹn kó mọ́ ibẹ̀ ń kọ́ là ń lọ. wọ́n ní jàló bẹ́ẹ̀lẹ̀ láàrin àwọn Haúsá àwọn àbòkí àwọn Fúlàní pé wọ́n jí ọ̀kadà kan nù wọn lọ ní àwọn fìjìláńtẹ́ bá débẹ̀ àtàwọn agbófinró pé kàn bọ́n dá sí i pé ìbùkún ní fún olùlàjà torí ọmọ Ọlọ́run láwọn pé wọ́n lélẹ̀ ló diran tó làwọn àbòkí wọ́n bá fèsì wọn ẹ̀ wá wò wọ́n sì bà nǹkan jẹ́.
That's what the Hausa do vigilante today. Come on, Bosco. That's what they do, Bosco. That's what they do, Bosco. Set the plate of Bosco. Set the plate of Bosco. It's not Bosco, Bosco. That's what they do, Bosco. Hausa. See what Hausa do. See. When I say the Bosco, the top square. The one the Bosco motor. When I say the Bosco motor. Hausa. When I say I like Tinubu. I like Tinubu. This is what you do. See what the Bosco motor. When I say the Bosco motor.
Látọ̀ wá gbọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ tí ọ̀rọ̀ sojú gangan ẹ rí wípé bàṣẹjẹ́ obì tí so lẹ́rùn àpà ní àwọn Haúsá yìí ẹ wọ́n sì bá àwọn mọ́tò jẹ́ mo sì mọ̀ pé tán bá káàyàn mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wọ́n á pa àyàn yẹn o wọ́n wá kí wá ṣe wípé wọ́n fọ́ gíláàsì lásán o wọ́n bí ìmọ̀ tán mú dání tán rèé fi rẹ́ àwọn mọ́tò bí ìgbà tí ìbá ń rẹ́ ẹ̀rìn èèyàn.
Give me video. Una see me at your office. He no put for the matter for the first time. When I just call record like that. Okay. He no put for the matter before. He just call record the cause that wetin dey happen. I go kill start to the rush am. And then you see the place self-defense stay one for yourself. Now self-defense you do for yourself. Take it on. Yes, the clock. See the office, sir. See the study office for ground. Hausa. This machine. Come on, this machine.
ó náà lẹ́tí rí yẹn o a sì ti jọ gbọ́ mo ti ẹ̀yìn yọ ọgbọ́n tó ń san bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ilé Kìrìsìtẹ́nì àwọn Haúsá ní mùsùlùmí mú ni ó ga ò sí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ wípé ọ̀kadà náà. ṣùgbọ́n níbẹ̀ náà ni àwọn ọlọ́pàá ti dé wọ́n kó ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ọ̀kadà àwọn Haúsá ìlọ ṣùgbọ́n mo ní àwọn aráàlú bẹ̀ kọ́ mọ̀ retí ni òun torí wípé agbo wọn tó tàdí mẹ́yìn yẹn àwọn àbòkí agbára lórí èmú wa bí ẹni wípé àwọn ọmọ ogun wọn ni àwọn agbésùnmọ̀mí ní ìsìn wọ́n ti ń dúró ọ̀nà aláàtì náà wà nínú oko kán sàmọ̀ múra wọn lẹ̀ nítorí wọ́n á padà bọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kó ń bẹ àròjọ mùsùlùkùn. Mẹ́ta náà láti wá àti kó ń sápẹ́lẹ́ gangan ibẹ̀ láti rí tọkọtaya tán ni wọ́n ń jà. Mo ní àṣé tọkọtaya sì ni wọ́n lóòótọ́. Èyí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ìkòròdú lánàá wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ti ba arábìnrin yẹn tó fẹ́ fi ọ̀bẹ gún ọmọ rẹ̀. Tọkọtaya wa lélẹ̀ kí ló dé ó mọ̀ ti fẹ́ lù lálùbami ẹ gbà lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lẹ̀ jẹ́ sàn lára woman yẹn rí bọ́ bá dìde nísìn ẹ rẹ̀ jẹ́ lára rẹ̀ wọ́n nítorí wípé woman yẹn ká ọkọ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àlè ló bá ń bá fa wàhálà ọwọ́ ọkọ wa ràn án ọkọ tún wá ń lù lálùbọ́lẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tá sì rí rẹ̀ tún tán ká ọ pẹ̀lú àlè ó tún wá ń fi ojú arábìnrin gbolẹ̀ wọ́n náà ti ń wá o bọ́n ṣe mútà náà tó fẹ́ pọmọ rẹ̀ tó fẹ́ gún lọ́bẹ náà ni wọ́n ṣe ń wá ilé ọwọ́ sì tẹ̀ ibi tá a ti wá pò ń bẹ́ àwa ti padà sílé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ibẹ̀ náà láti bá wọn ọlọ́pàá tán dá bàbá ìdúró mu ni ẹni tó wọ funfun nẹni láàrin òru ọ̀gànjọ́ ìkílẹ̀ yìí náà kílẹ̀ ń wá kiri la bá wọnú mọ́tò rẹ̀ la bá bá àwọn oògùn olóró bámú wọn ni èyí ó lẹ́yìn baálẹ̀ lòun òun lódìdí baálẹ̀ ọjọ́ gbogbo ń tolè ọjọ́ kan tó lòun ẹ jẹ́ á gbọ́ díẹ̀ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀.
You be valid from where?
Mushile. Where did from where? Mushile from where? Mushile from where?
Danko. Danko. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, very good. Very good. Pilot man.
Abẹ́ rí odidi baálẹ̀ àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti baálẹ̀ náà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni àbí ṣe Badagry mo gbọ́ lẹ́nu rẹ̀ yẹn mo máa ṣe o. Ìkóríta abẹ náà la wà tí aago mi ti dún gẹrangẹran mo níta ní pè mí. Wọ́n ní bí mi ò mẹ́rin ṣé mi ò gbóhùn erin ni bí mi ò mọ̀ sà ṣé mi ò jí ọlọ́bẹ̀ mo ní ẹjọ́ ẹ introduce ara yín ẹ mọ̀ wulẹ̀ fagún wọn láwọn ni àwọn ń jẹ́ Fẹ́mi Babafẹ́mi mo ní agbẹnusọ NDLEA wọ́n ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní kí n wá wo àwọn táwọn mú l'Abuja ní FCT.
Carry coming down now. Come, this there. Go and carry down. Go and put it inside this. Go carry it. Go. Use it. You don't go pin for somewhere.
Àwọn ti fẹ́ kó ń bẹ́ẹ̀ torí wọ́n ní wọ́n detect àjálẹ̀ ń bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n sì ní yóò gbà wọ́n time kàn tó lè kó àwọn oògùn olóró yẹn jáde mo ní sẹ́ẹ̀rẹ́ èèyàn mú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n láwọn rí àwọn nǹkan ìjà olóró yàtọ̀ sí oògùn olóró tán bá ń bẹ́ jẹ́ àkóńbẹ́ jẹ́ wá sáré dé orí sítórì arákùnrin. Arákùnrin tẹ́ ń wo àwòrán rẹ̀ lápá ọ̀tún yìí lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ti ọmọ Pétérù tí wọ́n sọ wípé orí burúkú ló ń ṣe àwọn olórí yín òun náà ló wá dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ ìtorí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wojú arákùnrin yẹn dáadáa ẹ rí i pé gbogbo ibi tí ìṣòro ẹ̀ bá ń lọ tẹ́ ẹ bá rí ọmọ Pétérù náà ń bẹ tẹ́ ẹ rí Mama P àmọ́ rò náà ń bẹ ìmọ̀ gbóhùn sókè gan wọ́n ní. ó wà lára àwọn tí ohun rẹ̀ jákètò lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọmọ iléeṣẹ́ ológun Nàìjíríà níbi tí ti ń sìpẹ̀ fún wọn wípé ẹ mọ́ fìyà jẹ wọn mọ́ nígbà tí ìfọ́nrán kan lu jáde láìpẹ́ yìí tí aríbọ́n ṣe ń fún wọn lóúnjẹ tá a sì ní kó bójú mu pé ó lẹ́sẹ̀ máa fún yàn ló bí ìgbà tẹ́ ń fajá lóúnjẹ ajá gan lo èbò wọn ń tọ́jú wọn jù báyìí lọ. wọ́n wá ní pápánbárì eléyìí tó sọ tán fi ranjú mọ́ gangan tán fi lọ gbé lọ́ndì 28 April gẹ́gẹ́ bá ṣe fẹ̀sùn kan iléeṣẹ́ ológun náà ní eléyìí tó dá sí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ l'Abuja ọmọ àgùnbánirọ̀ tí wọ́n pa sínú ilé tán sì fẹ̀sùn kan iléeṣẹ́ ológun pé ọwọ́ wọn náà bá ń bẹ bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé báyìí iléeṣẹ́ ológun ti gbà wípé ṣe mistake ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó wá sípẹ̀ tó dá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé ẹgbẹ́ òun náà.
And somehow he has today gone missing since Tuesday 28th of April. Every tracking from both personnel and the Nigerian Police FCT command have shown that he's in locations that are tied to the Nigerian military, between the Army War College, the State House Clinic, and also the Nigerian Army Officers' Wives Association shopping complex in Asokoro. So that is why Nigerians today are calling on every agency of government, whether DSS and the Nigerian Army. And a citizen of this country cannot disappear because he criticized government. It is not a crime. Underground detention centers that are held are supposed to be for hardened criminals and terrorists. Today are holding people who speak up in defense for democracy and for a better country. Meanwhile, we are granting repentant terrorists rehabilitation into the system. What Nigerians are calling for is justice. Mark Chidebere is a peaceful citizen. He's a father. This is his wife. A father of 2 children. He has an 11-month-old baby. Any person who is holding him, the Nigerian military and the DSS must immediately tell Nigerians the whereabouts of Justice Mark Chidebere and release him to his family and go after criminals and armed robbers. This is a country where people are free to hold government accountable and nobody. And if today we allow this kind of level of criminality to happen where people can disappear, imagine what will happen. Tomorrow it will be people from the media. At a point, it used to be somebody called Daddy Atta. Till date, we are saying no. Nothing must happen to Justice Crack. He must be released back to his family and his friends, alive and well. And then law enforcement should go after criminals, not peaceful citizens. Thank you.
Please, I'm appealing to the government to please release my husband. He's a father. He's not a criminal. Please. Please, the government, I'm begging you, please release my husband. Please. Please.
Why?
I don't know why they held him. I don't know the reason why they held him.
But he's not a criminal.
He's not a criminal. My husband is not a criminal. He's just an activist. He's not a criminal. He has never done anything bad in his life. So I don't know why he should be...
Everything. Till now, I've called his line. From that Tuesday, I've been calling his line. It rang once and nobody picked. Ever since that time, no, it didn't ring again. The messages that I've been sending to him, all delivered once, you know. And I thought, like, I was just confused, but I didn't even know what was happening. Like I said, it's unlike him. If he's late, he will call me. If he's not, he has never even slept out of the house. So, I don't know. Please, Nigerian government, I need you to please bring my husband back to me, back to my children. They need their father. My daughter is just 6 years old. My son is just 11 months.
Ora ibẹ̀ jẹ́ wá sáré dé South Africa kí n fún ní update lórí tí ń lọ ńbẹ̀ rògbòdìyàn xenophobia kò tí ì níyànjú o kò tí ì rọ̀ rárá líle ló tún lé sí in fact mo rí fọ́nrán ibì kan. Ẹ jẹ́ sáré jọ wo níbi tí ìkan nínú àwọn òyìnbó South Africa ọmọ onílẹ̀ lọ náà ṣùgbọ́n òyìnbó ní o níbi tó ti ó fèsì àwọn ọmọ dúdú méjì báyìí ní ojú sì gbà mí tì wípé sí àyín tẹ̀ tí ẹ̀ lẹ́mìínú ẹ̀ lókùnnú ẹ̀yin náà lẹ̀ ń dojú kọ Nàìjíríà ń tó dé lóní ká wá wò wọ́n láwọn ò fẹ́ dúdú kankan mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n ń dọ́gbọ́n fèsì àwọn funfun ẹ bá ń tẹ̀sí ẹjẹ́ àwò bí ẹ̀sẹ̀ yẹn ṣe lọ ó nà wọ́n ànàbá mi. Ẹjẹ́ sáré ṣe kọ́mẹ́tì ó fún lọ́bàkọ́t ó ti dẹnu àwọn méjèèjì lórí òun nìkan ṣùgbọ́n kò jayò pa rárá ó fún jẹ́ ọbàkọ́ ó yà gbẹ́lú lọ ìgbàgbọ́ ìgbàgbọ́. Ó lè rí ẹbí bàtà máa ń wo Mike Tyson ni wọ́n nà wọ́n. Ó dùn mí sá wípé wọ́n na dúdú ṣùgbọ́n dúdú tí ò bá ti fira rẹ̀ sípò ọ̀wọ̀ ìmọ̀ wọn ara ẹni ní lékè ọdún èèyàn ṣùgbọ́n ẹjẹ́ wá dé ọ̀dọ̀ ìkan nínú àwọn aláṣẹ wọn níbi tó ti ga hàn sókè wípé kì í ṣe ẹ̀bi àwọn tẹ̀ ń lé kiri ẹ̀bi South Africa àti ẹ̀bi àwọn aláṣẹ yín ni pé ẹni wọ́n ń gbaṣẹ́ yín wọ́n ń gbàyàwó yín iṣẹ́ wo ni àwọn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì yín pèsè fún yín gan-an kẹ́ ẹ jáde kẹ́ ẹ wá sọ.
All the xenophobia and Afrophobia that you have practiced here in South Africa today. And I want to challenge you. You say Zimbabweans take your job, Nigerians take your jobs, and you march and close shops and beat up people. Tell us, after doing that, how many jobs have you created? By beating up these Nigerians, by beating up these Ghanaians, by beating up these Zimbabweans, loading them, if you load them, I have not seen anyone being loaded. No one. And you say they take jobs from you. You have beaten them up, you have taken them out of the country. How many jobs have you created after that? Because the question should be about jobs. You beat people because they took your jobs. They run away. You close a shop that hires 5 people and say they take our jobs. After closing that jobs, how many jobs have you created?
Illegal foreign nationals. Yes, which are black Africans. That's why we are focusing on illegal foreigners. Let me tell you, we go to a hospital, they are illegal foreigners occupying our hospital. You go to school, they are illegal foreigners. You know.
Ọ̀nà lẹ́sìn báyìí ò tó ọ̀rọ̀ bí ìsọkúsọ ni bẹ́ẹ̀ bá tiẹ̀ wà ń close down ṣọ́ọ̀bù tó sì jẹ́ wípé ó ní iye àwọn tí wọ́n employ sí ṣọ́ọ̀bù yẹn ẹ mọ̀ wípé ọrọ̀ ajé country yín lẹ fẹ́ dojú ẹ̀ délẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n wọn ti mọ nǹkan kan o ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ti Nàìjíríà náà wàá gbégbèsè ní Nàìjíríà ń bí náà ti gbégbèsè wọ́n wá gba ẹ́mbásì wọn lọ bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé ṣé ni ìjọba Nàìjíríà ló ń tẹ́wọ́ pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ àárí ìrànlọ́wọ́ kan àárí ìdìde kankan àárí ìgbésẹ̀ kankan àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà wa ni òṣàbò lè gbèmí fímílẹ̀ bó ṣe bá mi ò bẹ́ẹ̀ bá lè ràn lọ́wọ́ àrànra wa lọ́wọ́ ẹ jẹ́ àwò bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n débẹ̀ káwò bí ẹni tó jẹ́ olórí wọn ń bẹ̀ ṣe dáhùn orin wọn fi ni o ní orí ilẹ̀ wa ń bì ẹ jẹ́ àwò ẹ bá ń tẹ̀sí.
You will feel like, excuse me, hold on. Officer, hold on. What I'm saying is simple. Nigerians are here in your commission, and you feel more disrespect to Nigerians. This is Nigerians outside. I told her that. She said she's afraid. Afraid of what? I told her she has Nigerian police here, and that we are not as violent as Nigerian police. We are not violent people like South Africa. Do you know? So and I made it very clear to her that we are not people here on the
You know.
She should come back and say, we cannot see her. You must make your own. You will not be there.
You are not hoodlums. You are not thugs. You are comrades.
But our anger is not enough.
We want to hear from her. To hear from them what they have to tell us.
That you want to attack you, so they are afraid. They are scared. Nobody will go inside. Nobody will go outside.
People will get this place. Nobody will come inside. Nobody will go outside. We don't take this anymore.
Ó dá wọn ariwo wọ́n pariwo léra wọn lórí ni o káwa tó kó ńbẹ́ o nítorí wípé èmi tí àkọ́kọ́ rò wípé àwọn ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà máa misbehave ni ń bà ní mo rò pé máa kojú àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣùgbọ́n kí lẹ́yìn lérò wọ́n lé ẹ̀rù ń bà so ẹ̀rù lè mọ bọ̀ láti jáde ṣùgbọ́n ṣé àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà ló yẹ kó lọ ọbẹ̀ àbí ìjọba Nàìjíríà gan ló yẹ kán sọ́mọ̀nù ẹ̀ Nàìjíríà wọn tí ìmọ̀ bá ṣe ń treat citizen right.
About 12 comrades here from the second back there. Just about 12 of us. Look at police officers are here. Police of different security athletes are here. And she said she's scared of us. So we are talked.
She's already under the guise of letter. That we should bring a letter.
Which letter?
We are not bringing any letter.
Which letter?
We don't have it. We are coming with a letter.
Okay, you hear me? Listen.
We're Nigeria. We are not violent. Of course. We came to just let them know that we want them to talk to their people over there. So you get that what we prepared to
come. If we are coming for protest, we'll be more than this. This is just like a notice.
But the most important thing I made clear there, she raised a fundamental question that she wouldn't know if we are violent.
You understand?
We are violent people. South Africans are killing Nigerians in South Africa. They are burning our resources.
She wouldn't know that we are violent.
Yes. Are not like that. We are Nigerians.
Yes, now. Yes, that's it. Now know that South Africans are coward like this. So on the fear. Wait till they do for South Africa. On the fear say go happen to una for this side. More na better pack una load the come out.
Ọ̀nà ẹlẹ́tìrí àwọn kan ní kan fi wèrè wo wèrè àwọn kan ní kan ní sùúrù ẹgbọ́ ìwé nìkan múnú méjèèjì wọ́n ń pa àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà ní South Africa. Ó dẹ̀ já tẹ̀ ìwájú ẹja wá sáré dé ìgboro ayé nínú Nàìjíríà níbi tí ọwọ́ ti ba ìkànnú àwọn ọmọ Fúlàní ìrè yọ bọ́gláàrì oníbọ́gláàrì ni o. Àyà ni ọ̀gá mi bóyá ebi ní ń pa mú ní àyà mọ́jẹ̀ ńlá ìfi rẹ̀ mọ́jẹ̀ wojú rẹ̀ o. Nǹkan mẹ́ta ní í ṣe àwọn àbòkí. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ìkà, ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ìkà, ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta ìkà.
This mistake, I don't do.
Okay, my mistake.
I beg money.
My mistake.
Which mommy they call?
My mistake. You know, see my money.
Mommy said to go thief. I
don't
get money. I borrow money. They do something. You go thief.
Raise your face up. I want see your face. Hey, come on, please. You
don't car.
Okay.
Fuck a junk when you're magic.
Snap you well.
No.
Àyà ṣe wọn náà ti rí báyìí. Àyà ní nǹkan kan tiẹ̀ sọ sí ń lọ́kàn ọ̀gá àwọn mo ní kí ni o. Ó ní bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ wá ṣiṣẹ́ bílẹ̀, wọ́n á fẹ́ wá yọ bọ́gláàrì ilẹ̀, kán lè ní free access láti wọlé. Mo ní ìyẹn náà wà ń bẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kó ń bẹ ẹja dọ́dọ̀ arákùnrin àti ìkejì rẹ̀ tọwọ́ bà orí omi náà ti mú àwọn yẹn wọ́n ní wọ́n ń ṣe bàràdà lórí omi lórí ọ̀rọ̀ epo wọ́n sì ní wọ́n ráwọn ń ṣẹ́ ni pé wọ́n bá rán ní iṣẹ́ ẹrú wọ́n fi tọmọ jẹ ni tọmọ làwọn fi jẹ́ o àwọn ò mọ ibi tó ń gbé po àwọn ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ọjà bàràǹdà ni.
Use diesel, we produce crazy. Come and buy. The agent will call us. I have something. We are just drivers. We'll come to the place. They load us. We'll go back to Port Harcourt.
We are really suffering. It's not like we even like this job. We like this kind of job, but we are just doing it because we don't have anything to do, sir. Please, if there's any way you can help us, I beg. Sir, I beg. Sir, we are begging. Help us. Sir, we have lots of responsibilities. I think my girlfriend is pregnant. And normal, she's from Delta State. You have to pay money, at least to introduction, before she put to bed. But sir, no money from here now.
Ọ̀rẹ́ àwọn kò tí ì bọ̀ nínú wàhálà tó kó sí o. Ó ti yá ń ṣàròyé wípé ní tó sùn débẹ̀ rè ó tún ní kán ẹ̀pù òun bẹ́ẹ̀ bá lówó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀bùn mi ẹ jẹ́ kó ń bẹ̀. Bàbá tẹ́ rí yóò kú o ara ẹ ti mọ lógo wọn. Àwọn choosing nù. Wọ́n ní bàbá ń gbá àwẹ̀ mi ò wá mọ iye ọjọ́ tí wọ́n ti gba àwẹ̀ dà. Èkó náà ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ibẹ̀ ní àwọn good Samaritan àwọn aláàánú ni wọ́n ti rí wọn pé bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ bá pẹ́jù ń bíbílẹ̀ bá ṣùgbọ́n yín bí yóò lé o. Torí ẹ̀ náà ṣe wá ṣe fídíò wípé gbogbo àwọn tó bá mọ̀ wọ́n bó sì jẹ́ pásítọ̀ wọn náà lù kọ́kọ́ dé kán jọ ó wá tètè gbé bàbá yìí o gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ gbé wọn lọ bó hospital náà ni kán rè yẹ̀ wọ́n wò ó wá sì jẹ́ wípé àwẹ̀ náà àbí òyì ló kọ́ bàbá torí mo rí pé bàbá ti dàgbà díẹ̀ kán tètè wá nǹkan kán tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ wá omi fún wọn náà àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ gan tẹ́ ń ṣe kòkárí ibẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ wó omi kẹ́ wọ́n sí wọn lójú kán mu díẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ ó sì ṣe búrẹ́dì àti kinní náà ni okun inú lèèyàn fi gbé tìta ìyún gbà láti mọ̀ wípé àwẹ̀ ni bàbá ń gbà lóòótọ́.
Let him see if he can open his phone. That's the solution now.
I don't decide his phone again. Still decide my phone because of bad.
Make it feel. Make it.
No, the pin. The no pin now. He got locked. He got code when they don't put it.
Make we ask him if he tell us him pin.
Okay, maybe we'll send us through WhatsApp, Abby.
I won't post that. Not one post it. I don't want to go fast. I won't post them so that
anybody where you know I go come.
please, oh, this dad is here, oh, please, oh, if you know him, he fell down all the way from Osho. He's coming back from church, Lord's choosing. If you know him, please, or he's a pastor according to him, of which he's a pastor. His Bible is here. He's a choosing pastor. Please come and identify him. Thank you.
ó mọ̀ ṣe o a ti wà àárín ìgboro Èkó níbi tí a ti dé àdúgbò kan tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fọ́ ilé, wọn ń wọlé, wọ́n fọ́ wíńdò, àwọn èèyàn sì ń gbé bẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ láti wá interview wọn tán ti wá ń sọ fún wa wípé ẹni tó fáwọn nílé tó jẹ́ lárìnlọ́ọ̀dù owó ilé sì ń rọrùn lọ́wọ́, àṣọ ti talé fẹ́ lòmíì, ẹni tó wá talé fún pé àwọn ìdájọ́ fún wọn sọ fún páwọn èèyàn sì wà nù ilé ènìyàn wá débẹ̀ ló wá béèyàn, ó sì ti kọ́ àwọn tí ó fọ́lé, ó ti kọ́ wọn dání. Ẹ gbọ́, ta ló lẹ̀bi? Ẹrù sì wà nù ilé, ibo nìkan lọ. Ó dé jẹ́ kó ń bẹ Ọlọ́run ó ṣàánú gbogbo wa o. Ẹ jẹ́ wá sáré dé Ìbàdàn níbi tá a ti ń gbọ́ tán sọ wípé Ṣèyí Mákindé fọ́nrán ibi tí Peter Obi tó ti rèé ṣe ẹ̀lẹ́mbẹ̀hún sí Ṣèyí Mákindé lẹ̀ ń wò yẹn. Mo ní ṣé Mama P náà ti di ìkan lára àwọn abẹnugan obedient ni àwọn níbẹ̀ ni o. Ó dá àwọn ní Ọ̀yọ́ government under Mákindé in 3 months borrows 164.8 billion naira. Mo níjọba mọ̀ yáwó, federal government gan wọ́n yáwó, mo yẹ ọmọ Nàìjíríà gan wọ́n jẹ gbèsè gbọ́mọlé láńtà. Lánàá òde yìí sì ni ààrẹ olódòdó sọ wọ́n ní kéèyàn yáwó ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ prọ́sì bó ti jẹ́ wípé Peter Obi ó ṣe kíni ó kàńtà wọn. Peter Obi náà la wá rí ní àkàtà Ṣèyí Mákindé, a ní kí ló wá lọ bẹ̀ sóun náà fẹ́ rí ìyàwó ní, ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó fẹ́ lọ bá gan wọ́n fẹ̀sùn kan náà pò náà ìyàwó rẹpẹtẹ o lẹ́yìn ìgbà tán tẹ́wọ́ gba adúrú owó subsidy lẹ́tún yá adúrú owó wọ́n wá ní ×6 iye revenue náà wá yá wọn níbẹ̀ yìí wọ́n bá tiẹ̀ yá owó ó wòye tẹ́ ń pa wọlé ó wòye tẹ́ lè yá pé okay o bóyá mò ń pa 1000 jẹ́ kí n rè yá 500, ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó ń pa 1000 wọlé lóṣù tó wá rè yá 6000 so fẹ́ jẹ gbèsè lẹ̀. Dé Sarafadeen ni àbí Adelabu ló fẹ́ jẹ gbèsè lẹ́ẹ̀dì, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ti Ìbàdàn àwọn tọ̀yọ́ ti ń pariwo báyìí o, pàápàá jùlọ nínú kákọ́ọ̀sì wọn nínú ẹgbẹ́ APC wọ́n ti sọ wípé níbikíbi tó bá ti ṣe ó dàárọ̀ àwọn ìpadà lọ bẹ̀ rèé ṣe ẹ̀ka alẹ́ mọ́ o, wípé Sarafadeen àlì àwọn ti lọ ilé rẹ̀ ẹyẹlé àwọn ti bónílé rẹ̀ jẹ́ ó ti bónílé rẹ̀ mú wàá lè dọjọ́ òkú kan yẹrí o pé anybody tó bá dé lẹ́yìn Sarafadeen àwọn ò mọ̀ rí. Mo ní tálẹ̀ ń pòwe sí àròkò ni tálẹ̀ ń pàròkò sí o.
níjẹ̀ẹ́dógún tí olóyè tó fi ara hàn pé òun gbèrò pé òun fẹ́ díje fún gbogbo gómìnà gẹ́gẹ́ bí àgbà ẹgbẹ́ gbogbo ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ wa tó fẹ́ ṣerú ìfarahàn bẹ́yẹn tó bá pè wá á lọ àmọ́ látọ̀ sẹ́yìn lọ bí ẹ̀ka tó pè mí fún ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ gómìnà gbèrè ẹ̀ní rí mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹnìkan ṣoṣo pẹ̀lú ògùn Ọlọ́run yóò flag ẹgbẹ́ wa ní 2027 election tí ó sì wọlé gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ lójó kojú ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè wa àwọn náà gbé sẹ́nà mi.
wọ́n tó pe ẹ̀gbọ́n ayọ̀ adéṣeun ní pẹ́sẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ ti pè mí bàtà ìwọ lọmọ mi ní Ọ̀yọ́ ṣe ilé ìṣàráfà àti àádẹ́tìlẹ́yìn tí ó dìbò tí ó wọlé.
Ibo wá ní kí Adelabu fojú sí kò tí ì yé mi náà ó rẹ̀ jẹ́ kó ń bẹ́ẹ̀ já wa tara ṣàṣà ká dé ọ̀dọ̀ ààrẹ olódòdẹ. Ìrántí ọjọ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ May 1st ni a gbọ́ tí ààrẹ olódòdẹ fi léde wípé àwọn ti declare emergency lórí insecurity àti lórí poverty o, àti wípé àwọn ti wá fi nọ́mbà kan síta o báyìí 112 bí wọ́n ṣe ní 911 ní Amẹ́ríkà èmi ò mọ̀ eléyìí tán ń lò ní UK wọ́n ní 112 ní ti Nàìjíríà báyìí gbogbo bí táyà bá ti kófìrí pé ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn tàbí ìyàn mú torí emergency lórí insecurity àti poverty ni. So ibi tẹ́ bá ti kófìrí pé àwọn Fúlàní herdsmen kan tàbí àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí wọ́n fẹ́ yà wọ̀lú wọn ní ẹ pé 112 wọ́n lò ní emergency number 112 wọ́n láwọn ò dá yín lóhùn.
Our judiciary is gradually failing us. You know, I will spend thousands of naira on petrol and come to court, and the court will not sit. The court is supposed to sit by 9 a.m. or so soon thereafter. So I took all the time, bought fuel, took the risk, drove all the way, came to court, and stayed in court from 9 a.m. The time now is 5 minutes past 11. And by 11 a.m., the clerks of court told us that the council, come and take dates. The court is not sitting. But if it is to be election petition, the tribunal will be constituted, and in 3 months, the cases will be disposed of. But if it is rendering justice to the general public, the courts will not be sitting. The sitting of the courts will be lackadaisical.
Ìkan lára àwọn agbẹjọ́rò ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó ń fẹ̀hónú hàn rèé o wípé lackadaisical ni àwọn ọ̀gá àwọn ni wọ́n ń ṣe iṣẹ́ wọn wípé wọn jẹ́ kàn gbádùn jíjẹ́ agbẹjọ́rò Nàìjíríà. Mi ò mọ̀ tí mo lè sọ sí o àwa náà gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé wọ́n wà lackadaisical o torí ibi tí owó wà ni wọ́n wà alacritical sí. Ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó ń bẹ́ o wàhálà àgò ní ó pa aláìsí wọ́ta àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà sì rí àdúrà Ọlọ́run níjẹ́ arẹ́jọ́ ó pọ̀ nú àdúrà àwọn àní rẹ́jọ́ o. láṣẹ Ọlọ́run Èdùmàrè.
Good evening, Nigerians. Depending on where you're watching from, this is a girl which her heart is being shut out. I don't have anybody to stand for her, neither fight for her. This country is turning to something else. My brother worked for a company in Enugu State as a security guy. And since on 7th of this month, he has been missing. And the company is saying nothing about it. I traveled all the way from Abuja to that place to go and find out what the problem is. And the only thing I could lay my hands on is that the company have already reported to police on 9th. My brother was missing on 7th of this month. And the company went on 9th to make report. And the policeman told them to go and provide the picture of the person that they are looking for. Which when they asked me to provide the picture, I sent the picture to them. On getting there on Saturday, they tell me that the people did not return with the picture. And the company, nobody has come for the case anymore. I tried my best to make sure that police go for arrest. They were turning me till the final day that they decide to go for an arrest. They arrest one person. And the statement the guy was giving to me is totally different from the statement I heard initially. And nobody is taking this case serious because I have nobody to fight for me. My brother has been missing for the past 3 weeks now. I don't know how he's going to get to you, but I need help. This is me crying from my heart. And I'm not here to deceive anybody. I'm not here to call out for anything. This is not me pranking anybody, but this is really what is going on.
Mísímísí ló tún kàn báyìí. Àwọn èèyàn náà tún mísì káàkiri. Bá a ṣe ń pàkan nìkan ró dé ẹja kó ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹja wá dé airport. Níbi tá a ti kọ́fìrí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Nàìjíríà passenger ni níbi tí wọ́n ti mísì air flight wọ́n ti ẹ̀ ní earpiece ló fẹ́ gbé wọn ní UK. Mo rí Fúnkẹ́ Akíndélé náà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ló bá ganu sí máìkì ló bá náà mísì. Mo ní ẹ̀yin náà tún mísì ṣé èèyàn lẹ́ mísì. Wọ́n ní aeroplane làwọn mísì. Ẹ mísì flight ẹja wò sí lọ.
Elderly mommy here, daddy here, they are tired. They're not eating, they are hungry. Can you just turn this thing on and give us our bags? Take them to the hotel, take us to the hotel and let people rest. We are tired. Stop it. Since 6 a.m., we've been at the airport. Nobody's communicating. It took them hours before telling us there was a bed strike. Okay, fine. For safety, you're not flying. Okay, fine. Can you give us our bags? Put them in the hotel. Let us go. You keep telling us you will give us bags. We've been sitting here for hours. Nobody is talking to us. We go to meet you, you are shouting, you are nagging. I don't feel like we can. Yes, elderly mothers, our mothers are here. I don't want to do this, but you are pushing me to do something. Epic, please. Please, mo de ma lọ record bobo yẹn mi very concentrate ma lọ record.
Ore je ko be ja wa padà sí Èkìtì níbi tí wọ́n ti pa pastor kan tán sì jí àwọn èèyàn kó lọ tí wọ́n ń béèrè 1 billion. Wọ́n lẹ́ni tó jí ọba wọn ti ẹ̀ ní retired army ni bàbá yẹn. Bàbá tí wá fòtè lé báyìí wọ́n ní kíjọba bá wọn polongo ẹ̀ kan sì mú ní dídán ti pati kókù fún àwọn aráàlú òun ó wípé èèyàn kankan ò gbọdọ̀ ṣe NIVG mọ́. Mo ní ariwo wo la fẹ́ pa fún wọn kan tún gbọ́. Mo mi Stella Odele pa láriwo títí nínú comment section. Èwo lẹ ṣe NIVG sí ẹ ń ṣe ìsọ̀ọ̀sán gan kò tí ì mú rí bọ́. Agbọ́ràn pọ̀ fáwọn èèyàn wa iná o.
They phoned us. They said they want 1 billion naira. And they are telling us that they are still on Eda land.
Ekiti is sharing border with Kogi and Kwara. And all of us are aware of what is happening in Kwara State and Kogi State, which we cannot lose focus of. So we should look at the reality on ground now and live by it. And when you see something, say something. Let's work together as a team. Support the security agencies with timely information.
We are on top of it, and by God's grace, soon as all these victims will be released, will be rescued, and we will arrest all the kidnappers as God effect.
This guy is my car. See, for 1 week now, I've been looking for this car. Sit down. I've been looking for my car for 1 week. If it's not calm down.
So what are you doing with this vehicle?
I'm a mechanic.
You're a mechanic.
I'm a mechanic.
You are trying to say you're a mechanic.
Hey. Somebody brought the vehicle to me.
Somebody brought the vehicle to you.
Who is the person?
Who is the person? I
don't know the person.
Don't know the person. So you don't know the person, your customer, that you claim that he brought this car to you.
This was a criminal.
Madam, wait. That's how we handle people, okay? I said you should just call the person now. Call the person.
This is not going.
You say what? Listen. I'm not here for jokes. You're also telling me that you're a mechanic.
I'm a mechanic.
But with the tracking details, this guy has been in this location for over 4 days. I said that you are a mechanic. Sit down there. Sit down there.
Hey, God.
Look at your hearing. They're a mechanic. You're a mechanic and how you address it. You're a mechanic. Don't worry. Hello?
Give me the car.
You are going to the station with us. Madam, calm down. Madam, you called me for this job.
Sorry, sir.
I'm the happy of this case. You are going to the station with us for a stolen vehicle.
Mr. Man, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not
going anywhere with you guys. Because I'm a mechanic. Someone brought the car to my shop.
Then you should call the person. His number is not going.
I'm just the driving driver. I'm asking you if I'm
Listen. Shay, I gave you the time to call the person that brought the car to your office. I'm asking a question. Don't answer me. Hello? Listen. I gave you the time to call the person. Now you are trying to act like the person. The number is no longer connected.
I'm joking with us. The number is not going.
You are joking with us.
The number is not going.
This man is a criminal.
Do you know what? This guy is going to the station with us. Tomorrow they will charge you to court.
You are telling me that you're a mechanic.
Officer, I'm not going anywhere.
You are telling me that you're a mechanic.
Officer, I'm not going anywhere.
In our tracking device, this vehicle have been in your office for over 4 days. You are telling me that you're a mechanic.
The person that brought this car, man, this car has been in my workshop for more than 3 days now. So
but why is it showing that tracking device 4 days?
I'm driving the vehicle.
Answer me. Now you are saying that the vehicle has been under your custody for over 3 days now. Yes. Why is it in our tracking device that it has been there for over 4 days?
I don't know what you're saying, Mr. Man.
Is that okay? Is that give me that device? Give me this guy. I'm taking. Sit down. How many days is this?
4 days.
4 days. Then why are you lying? Why are you lying?
What do you mean? Why am I lying?
I said, why are you lying?
How?
So you said that it's 3 days, but the device is showing this location for over 4 days. This vehicle has been in this location for over 4 days.
Mr. Man, I don't know what you're saying. I'm
giving
telling you.
Give me that phone.
I'm not giving you my phone.
I said she give me that phone.
I'm not giving you my phone.
I said she give me that phone. Bring the phone.
Okay, I'm not giving you.
Sit down.
I'm not giving you. I said I'm a mechanic. What do you mean?
Sit down there.
I got asking.
No. Do you have a driving license? Do you have a driving license?
I'm a driving license.
Okay, let me have the driving license. This vehicle. What is this? What are you doing with this vehicle? Say you're a mechanic.
Okay, let us go to my workshop. My workshop is not far from here.
Listen. I'm not going there with you. Are you hearing me? I'm picking you from this place to the station. You say you're a mechanic. What are you doing with this?
Look at my workshop. My workshop is at that one side.
Why are you driving it? Why are
you driving from here? I'm driving the vehicle.
What are you doing with my car?
I'm driving the vehicle.
I'm in the vehicle.
Yes.
Driving vehicle. You have to try.
Hey! That is why it's good to put charger in. I'm giving everybody advice. When you bought car, put charger into your car. Put charger into your car. If it's not the charger, I can't get my car. I want to have my car. Oh God.
Yes, it's lying to us. Yes.
wo arákùnrin mo ṣe ń wo ọwọ́ rẹ̀ ò mọ́ mo ṣe ń wo ọwọ́ rẹ̀ ò mọ́ ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó ẹja dé ọ̀dọ̀ ìkànnà àwọn ọ́fíìsà yín o Ṣàngó Olúkòso Àrẹ̀kúnjayé ọkọ̀ ya abẹ́rẹ́ iná lójú iná lẹ́nu ẹja wá fi lè káàdì Abala Lerefe lẹ́ẹ̀já dé ọ̀dọ̀ Lateef Ládìméjì Lateef àti òun àti ìyàwó rẹ̀ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run o abá ọlọ́mọyọ̀ ayọ̀ abara tí mẹ́ta lọ́lọ́run fún wọn ìyá àbẹ́ta bàbá àbẹ́ta ọkùnrin làǹtẹ̀láǹtẹ̀ ó yá ẹni máa bímọ kó yọ̀ fọ́ ọlọ́mọ èmi máa bímọ mo bọ́ lọ́mọ yọ̀ mo bọ́ lọ́mọ jó ẹni máa bímọ wọ́n gan lédi wọ́n gan ó sunkún kíkorò ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run wá sọ yẹ̀yẹ́ rẹ̀ di ayẹyẹ abọ́ dúpẹ́ o abọ́ yọ o ọmọ òní kú mọ́ lọ́wọ́ o Ọlọ́run ó wò ó Ọlọ́run ó dá sí o. ẹgbẹ́ Olúwa ga ẹ̀yin orúkọ rẹ̀ agbára rẹ̀ ní àpáta ààbò mi òun lọ́ba tó ti wà ní àtètèkọ́ṣe ṣèrántí Mósè Érónì Sámúẹ́lì tí wọ́n gbẹ́kẹ̀lé ó dá wọn lóhùn ó tún bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ nítorí wọ́n pa ẹ̀rí àti ìlànà rẹ̀ mọ́ ó yá o ẹgbẹ́ Olúwa ga ẹ̀yin orúkọ rẹ̀ agbára rẹ̀ ní àpáta ààbò mi ẹ fi ìyìn fún ẹni tó gbà wá lọ́wọ́ ewu nígbà tá kò mọ̀ ọ̀tá alẹ́ ní màdẹ ìkórí ẹ̀mí wa gbé ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo ayé kún fún ògo rẹ̀ ọba ayérayé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo ayé kún fún ògo rẹ̀ ọba orílẹ̀-èdè bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo ayé kún fún ògo rẹ̀ ọba ayérayé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo ayé kún fún ògo rẹ̀ ọba ẹni mímọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo ayé kún fún ògo rẹ̀ ọba ayérayé àwọn áńgẹ́lì ìmọ̀lẹ̀ wọ́n wárìrì níwájú ìtẹ́ mímọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo ayé kún fún ògo rẹ̀ ọba ayérayé Olúwa jọba jẹ́ kí ayé kó wárìrì Olúwa jọba ó jókòó lórí àwọn òkè ó jókòó lórí kérúbù nínú ọlá ńlá Olúwa tóbi ó jù gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè agbára rẹ̀ ní àpáta ààbò mi àwọn kns ló lè mú rin dáadáa ayọ̀ ni o ayọ̀ ni adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run tó tún mẹ́mí rẹ́mi nínú ìdílé aláyọ̀ yìí ó tún mójú wa rí inú oṣù karùn-ún the month of grace the 5 nínú ẹ̀mí ọmọ mi ó mọ̀ jẹ́rìí wípé oṣù karùn-ún gbogbo ohun tó bá ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú 5 ohun gangan ni oore ọ̀fẹ́ nọ́mbà oore ọ̀fẹ́ nìyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀yàn ta bàbá àjẹ̀bù kórè ta 5 kò sí nọ́mbà yẹn nínú permutation bàbá àjẹ̀bù o 3 direct 2 direct ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run nìkan ló wà the G factor in God òun náà ní iṣẹ́ wá rí tán bá ní grace G factor tó jẹ́ Ọlọ́run yẹn God òun ló wá darapọ̀ mọ́ eré táwa ń sá nílé ayé torí eré ìje nílé ayé race nílé ayé ṣùgbọ́n tí G factor Ọlọ́run God tó bá ti darapọ̀ mọ́ race rẹ̀ àti sọ́rí lórí ìkànnì yìí òun náà ni máa ń mú grace wá nínú oṣù yìí báyìí títí tá a fi parí ọdún yìí nínú oṣù láti inú oṣù yìí lọ báyìí a ti enjoy grace tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n grace láti wọ́n enjoy nísìn G factor Ọlọ́run tó dúró gbàǹgbà nínú God ó ní ó wà darapọ̀ mọ́ race wa eré ìje tá a wá sánlé ayé yóò bá di grace mọ́ a lọ́wọ́ torí ẹ̀ láti mọ́ sọ pé ibà ti yọ̀lẹ́ sọ́lọ́n lọ́rùn ọ̀nà ní bá wa ṣe àti kúrò ní position àti kúrò ní category àti kúrò ní level kọ́lọ́n fún wa ṣe kọ́lọ́n bá wa ṣe grace ní jẹ́bẹ̀ mú kí n káàbọ̀ sínú oṣù grace gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ ọlọ́jọ́ bí nínú oṣù yìí mú kí n mọ́mọ́ wa Josephine Aláwìyé I use you as a point of contact ara àwọn tí a bí sínú oore ọ̀fẹ́ nìyẹn adúpẹ́ pé òkun lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run oore ọ̀fẹ́ àtàánú tó dàpọ̀ mọ́ ìrìn àjò tiwa kì í wá sórí ọ̀fẹ́ nìkan ó tún da àánú pọ̀ mọ́ ìrìn àjò wa ó ti wá di graces ó tún ní ẹ̀sìn nú ọpẹ́ ló yẹ aláwùrábí mú kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí fún ti ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ olóyin tòní náà ó ẹ̀rí wípé ọdún wọnú ara wọn ni adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run sàlámọ̀ lẹ́kún onílé mo sálámọ̀ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ aláwùrábí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ní gbogbo ẹ̀yin oníṣẹ̀ṣe mú kí gbogbo wa náà ó dá o ibà rìn kínìkínní náà rí o ibà happy new month God bless you welcome to the new month nínú oṣù yìí ire ni ó jẹ́ fún wa sẹ́ẹ̀rí tí orí ọ̀fẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ ti yíyàn ká tó ṣe àbùradà lórí èèyàn tó ṣe àtibàbà kì í ṣe irú àtibàbà tí onísọnù tí ń ru ẹrù olóṣù káàkiri o tọ́lọ́n sí àtibàbà orí ọ̀fẹ́ lórí èèyàn ló ti lọ ire ti dé ayọ̀ ti dé ìbùkún ti dé yọ́ yíá láṣẹ Ọlọ́run Èdùmàrè àní sunkún o àní sunkún ara wa lórí ìkànnì ayọ̀ ni ọmọ bá dé o bàbá wa rí èèyàn kan tí nǹkan kan ń gba omijé lójú rẹ̀ lórúkọ Jésù kọ́lọ́mbà wa tọ́nù ẹ̀ sómijé ayọ̀ ẹ sọ pé àmín. ó dá ibà àròyìn náà ní ibà rìn gínìgínì ibà oore ọ̀fẹ́ àtàánú làwárí jẹ lárígbà lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run torí ẹ̀ la ṣe máa dúpẹ́ ní gbogbo ìgbà ká ṣáà máa dúpẹ́ ló tọ́ ká ṣáà máa dúpẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wa ò gbẹ́jọ́ wẹ́wẹ́ ká ṣáà máa dúpẹ́ lè mọ́ mọ orin tí mo kọ wọlé ṣùgbọ́n ó ní ìkìmì nínú ẹ̀mí dáadáa ibo mo kíra mi débi náà ń pè ní ibà confam ẹ̀kọ́ tó sẹ̀dẹ̀jọ́ mọ́ láìláì bọ́n sẹ́ndì ròyìn fògàn náà o mọ́ láìláì bọ́n sẹ́ndì ìròyìn fógan náà mọ́ confam ẹ̀kọ́ tó sẹ́ndì ẹ̀ kódà kán sẹ́ndì ìròyìn sí ọ nípa ọ̀tá rẹ̀ wípé nǹkan ti ṣe ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ tí wọ́n náà sì ń gbàdúrà wípé ìwọ Ọlọ́run bá mọ́ta mi kọ́kọ́ confam ẹ̀kọ́ tó sẹ́ndì ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lèmi náà ń pè ní ibà àlẹ́jẹ́lì bá rìpọ̀tẹ́lì ogun tẹ́ bá gbọ́ lórí ìkànnì kí ni o àlẹ́jẹ́lì àrìpọ̀tẹ́lì ni Ọlọ́run wá bá fi orí ọ̀fẹ́ ó fi yí oúnjẹ káwọn èèyàn tún mọ́ gbọ́ dáadáa létí torí ìgbà míì àwọn ọmọ gbé a Ọlọ́run sì mọ́ bá wa ṣe àtúnṣe yẹn èmi náà ń pè ní ibà má jẹ́ kí mistake ó lọ o mọ́ wo mistake ìran bó bá ti ṣe mistake ibi tó ti ṣe mistake náà ni ó padà sí kó o ti rèé ṣe àtúnṣe o jọ̀ọ́ o mọ́ ló ti lọ o bó bá lọ bá àwọn ìmọ̀ padà wá o yóò bá sì padà wá ìmọ̀ dirú dìgbà ni o gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀mí tí ó sì tẹ̀lé wá ẹ̀mí àṣìṣe ńlá gbáà ni ó jẹ́ wá ní ṣàṣìṣe o gbogbo ilé ìta bá rọra yọ ṣe nítorí pé àkíyèsí Ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́ ibi tó ti ṣe náà padà bẹ́ẹ̀ bó sojú agbágbé bó sojú kámẹ́rà ni mọ́ padà sínú lẹ́kọ̀ọ́rẹ́ mọ́ ní Ọlọ́run àbùdẹ̀ ṣe mistake nígbà tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá Ọlọ́run dáríjì mi ó ti tọrọ dáríjì lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run padà wá sọ́dọ̀ àwọn èèyàn náà kò ní ahọ́n ló gbé ọ kò jù bá náà lọ bọ́ ọ bá sì ṣe sọ́ọ̀rì wọ́n sí ọ ní àbíwọ̀ sí ẹ̀yàn mọ́ ṣe sọ́ọ̀rì dénú o tán bá sì sí ọ náà o lè ṣe sọ́ọ̀rì náà o èmi máa ń ṣe sọ́ọ̀rì mọ́ bá sẹ̀mí ní bá sẹ́yìn náà máa ṣe sọ́ọ̀rì mo sì máa ń ṣe dénú ṣùgbọ́n máa fi kọ́gbọ́n ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yẹn máa fi kọ́gbọ́n ibo mo kíra mi dé èmi náà mò ń jẹ́ ibọ̀ pàpà parada níbi táyà ti parada tí ń dọ̀gá rẹ̀ ọ̀gá rẹ̀ parada òdà ìyanu abala comment section abẹ́yìn olólùfẹ́ wa ibà ọ̀pá kọ́kọ́ àwọn òpèké yín náà rèé o bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lẹ lè pè mí ní ibà sàn láàrin ajé ní imú ní pẹ́kọ̀rọ̀ jọ̀ọ́ o mọ́ wàá torí wípé òun rìn sàn pẹ̀lú èèyàn kan wà rìn sàn pẹ̀lú rẹ̀ wá ní ẹtí ẹnìyẹn jáde tí wọ́n bá ti rìn sàn pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ irọ́ o mistake bá bá ńlá àṣìṣe ló ń ṣe o mọ́ rìn sàn pẹ̀lú ẹni tí ò bá ti rìn sàn pẹ̀lú rẹ̀ o gba lésì mọ́nà tán kọ́ ọmọ bá gba lésì mọ́nà yẹn tí ò bá ti nà tán fún ọ mọ́nà tán fún simple as ABC capital letter 1 small letter 1 capital letter 2 mú kàn lábẹ́ fún ọ̀nà mọ́ emphasize ẹ̀ wípé kì í ṣe ABC ABD gbì nìkan ló ní capital letter 1 kan 2 èjì náà ní capital letter. Ó dá ibà kéde fún Yorùbá Nation, ibà múlùdùn, ibà láyọ̀ rèé o, ibà àyàpé, ibà kàṣíwájú, ibà ìbòyìn náà ni, ibà ìbọ̀bọ̀ kí bọ̀bọ̀ èmi náà ń pè ní ibà alá ìrọ̀ ọmọ fi alátìbà sí, èmi náà ń pè ní ibà ọkọ ẹlẹ́ alágbó fashion. Ibà kéde fún Yorùbá Nation káfíńtà àròjọ mùsùlùmí ẹ̀ka àbọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí sínú oṣù tuntun. Ìbànújẹ́ ò ní bá wa ó kéré ó tóbi nínú oṣù yìí. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ nú ìròyìn tòní gbogbo eléyìí tẹ́ bá pàdé nú Abala Lerefe ó ti dàfí ẹ̀yìn tegun fi ṣe ọjọ́ àkọ́kọ́ yà lọ́dọ̀ Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Wike náà bá ga máìkì sí lẹ́nu rẹpẹtẹ mú ní láti bí ọjọ́ mélòó kan tá a ti rán àrí olódò òde mo ìrí ju máìkì kan máìkì méjì mọ́ bá máa ṣe broadcast gan bóyá máìkì kan báyìí máìkì méjì máìkì mẹ́ta náà wọ́n ń lò. Èwo ládùúrú máìkì tí Wike máa ń gà sẹ́nu ìsóhùnrì àásì tó náà bá di president bí ó sì máa ń ṣe ni tí ẹ̀fọ́ afẹ́ mọ̀ pọ̀ ju ilá rẹ̀ ń ga jonire lọ olóńfẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ jàre wípé ṣé mi ò rí landmark judgment tí wọ́n dá fún PDP lánàá ni ó ní kì í sì ṣe ti PDP nìkan lòún fẹ́ mẹ́nubà òun ó sọ ti ADC náà wípé ADC ń jó wọ́n yọ̀ wípé wọ́n tara wọn ní o pé there is a big problem fún ẹgbẹ́ ADC mo ní ó ní sẹ́mi òrìlé ẹjọ́ gíga ni pé wọ́n ti dájọ́ fún wọn wípé kán dá ẹgbẹ́ wọn rú pé kán má recognize wọn mo ní rọlùpà bí wọ́n dá ẹjọ́ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ wọ́n ti lọ sí Supreme tí Supreme bá sọ lábẹ́ gé èmi ò wá máa ríyàn jiyàn tí Wike ń fi ohun kẹ̀kẹ́ àti ẹ̀gbóhùn rẹ̀ gan wọ́n sara ń lẹ́ran létí lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta à ń bọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ àmọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ wá àmójọ́pọ̀mọ́ rẹ̀ náà ẹ̀rí flyer rẹ̀ òun náà fẹ́ ṣe kìnìún sáré bá nǹkan flash flyer ọmọ rẹ̀ wọ́n lòun náà ti gbé flyer jáde lábẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC mo ní Wike òfìbò ó ti sọ fún wa tẹ́lẹ̀ pé ọmọ òun bóyá House of Rep ló wá fẹ́ ṣe bóyá ó fẹ́ lọ Senate directly ni ó sì ṣe òun náà ti ṣe law ní gbogbo wọn ṣe ń lé wọn ni mọ̀mọ́ wọn adájọ́ àwọn ọmọ iná lọ ó dá o àwọn ọmọ olóṣèlú yìí nù bàbá tí wàá kó ń bẹ̀ tán àwọ̀ àyà ní bàbá tí wàá kó ń bẹ̀ tán àyà lọ́dọ̀ ọ̀pẹ́ bolo òun ló pẹ́ tá a ti dúró rẹ̀ ló náà bá ganu sí máìkì ọ̀rọ̀ Obi Peter Obi ló sáhàn léèmọ̀ ó sọ̀rọ̀ dàálẹ̀ ó tún mẹ́nu bá ń tó sọ lọ́jọ́ sí wípé òun nífẹ̀ẹ́ Peter Obi ní lòun ṣe ní kó bùn gbọ́ kó tó wá ṣẹ́dó wá sọ ní Peter Obi tí ò lè dìlíbà Anambra ló fẹ́ dìlíbà wo Nàìjíríà kí ló ní lájẹ̀ndà bí Peter Obi ilẹ̀ olóhùn sọ fún wa bàbá dénú àkójọpọ̀ ròyìn bàbá tí wá kó ń bẹ̀ tán lórí ẹjọ́ tán dá ADC lánàá àwọn lọ́ọ̀yà tí wá ń ganu sí máìkì o wọ́n second demotion kì wá ṣe Wike nìkan ló sọ̀rọ̀ o ADC leadership crisis remain unsolved ta ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ odidi NBA chairman ti ẹ̀ka Ìbàdàn mú ni n tó mú gbogbo olórí àjọ agbẹjọ́rò àtàdájọ́ àti gbogbo judiciary NBA Nigerian Bar Association Ìbàdàn chapter tó fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ a jẹ́ pé second demotion ti Wike nìyẹn omi ò wá mọ problem tán tún ní nígbà tán ti recognize Arẹ́gbẹ́ recognize David Mark kí ló tún dé ẹ fi wọ́n lẹ̀ jẹ́ kán rí mú mi àwọn náà sì ti ń yọ̀ wọ́n ti gbàjọ́ gbàlù látànà wípé wọ́n fáwọn ní democracy dá àwọn ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ká ní kò sí ADC lórí ballot paper pé wàhálà ó sọ ó dà à ń bọ̀ ń bẹ̀ lónìí náà ni kò ní dọ́là bàbá ti wá kó ń bẹ̀ tán áyà ní Bahrain orílẹ̀-èdè kan ní jẹ́ Bahrain níbi tá a ti gbọ́ tán sọ wípé wọ́n ti revoke citizenship àwọn tó fàkọ́ọ̀mù bàbá dénú àkójọpọ̀ ròyìn àmọ́ nọ́mbà wọn wọ́n rántí revoke citizen àwọn èèyàn mo ní sáwọn ọmọ ìlú wọn tààràtàrà wọn ní rárá wọn láwọn bíi ti Nàìjíríà wọn náà pọ̀ nù wọn tán wá gba citizenship wọn tán wá gba páálí wọn ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn ìlú kan wà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n bá ti ní páálí wọn báyìí kò ní ìdí ọlọ Amẹ́ríkà kò ní ìdí kò ní páálí Amẹ́ríkà kò ní ìdí kò ní páálí kankan ní ro ọmọ lọ ọmọ ọbọ gbogbo ibi tó lè wọ ọ pọ̀ dáadáa o lè fowó gbà á o lè ṣe investment síbẹ̀ o lè ra lé ìwọ náà bá gba páálí wọn wọ́n ní 69 of them ti rí báyìí ni wọ́n revoke citizenship wọn mo ní kí ló dé wọ́n nítorí wípé wọ́n sympathize pẹ̀lú Iran mo ní yóò sì yẹn à ń bọ̀ ń bẹ̀ á mú ojú ajé kò ní sọ bàbá dénú àkójọpọ̀ ròyìn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà látún ti wá ẹgbẹ́ tán sọ pé federal government ti ṣe tán láti wó Kata bridge palẹ̀ o mo ní sàn ti rówó ni eléyìí tán sọ wípé wọ́n rówó yá ní Dubai UAE àbí ẹ ṣáà gbọ́ tí olórí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin senate president tó sọ lánàá wípé tí ìbá ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ogun Iran àti ti Amẹ́ríkà pé UAE ni ò bá yára lówó iye tó sì fẹ́ yá $5 billion wọ́n rí yá o wọ́n sì ń ya ojúlé kiri o bẹ́ẹ̀ bá rówó tẹ́lẹ̀ ya olódò rẹ̀ àti gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wọn ẹjọ́ o ẹ yá wọn lówó inú ẹ̀ náà láti wá gbọ́ wọn ní wọ́n ti ya máìkì 548.98 kásà ní 549 approximately billion naira fún Kata bridge àtàwọn nǹkan pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ àmúfọ́nrán wọn bọ̀ mo rí minister of aviation náà bẹ oúnjẹ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe àwọn àtúnṣe kan náà ní airport à ń bọ̀ ń bẹ̀ lónìí náà ní kò ní dọ́là bàbá ti wá kó ń bẹ̀ tàn áyà lọ́dọ̀ Dangote níbi tá a ti gbé wọ́n ní ìròyìn ayọ̀ mo ní tẹ́lẹ̀ nǹkan àtàná láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbọ́ látàná tán ti fi ìkànnà àwọn ọ̀gá ilé iṣẹ́ Dangote cement tán ti fi ṣe olórí NMD PRA àbí kí ló kọ wọn kí làjọ wọn midstream downstream àtìgbà náà mo ti mọ̀ pé Dangote yóò mọ̀ yọ ni wọ́n bá gẹ sínú rẹ̀ kò ní ṣubú kò ní kọsẹ̀. Wọ́n ní gbogbo àwọn ẹnjìníà tó lé dànù lọ́jọ́ sí ẹ ti rántí tó ní wọ́n fẹ́ sabotage òun tí àwọn àjọ yìí náà ló dìde lòdì sí ńgbà náà tán ní kó dá wọn padà wàhálà ó so bí ò bá dá wọn padà sẹ́nu iṣẹ́. Dangote ti fíndọ̀ báyìí láì ṣe pé wọ́n ti gbọ̀ngbọ̀n ó ti dá wọn padà báyìí sẹ́nu iṣẹ́ wá ń kìlọ̀ fún wọn pé wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ rọ́wọ́ wọn nú sabotage mọ́ o. Mo ní ó ṣe ní mọ̀dàn padà nígbà ó jẹ́ wípé àwọn àjọ tó jẹ́ ọ̀tá rẹ̀ ìlọ́jọ́sí tán gbèsè wọn lẹ́yìn tán jẹ́ àjọ wọn olórí wọn lè ṣe Dangote ìkànnú àwọn ọ̀gá wọn lólórí wọn báyìí. Ìtumọ̀ náà ni pé àti downstream àti upstream àti side stream àti gbogbo stream pátápátá lórí ọ̀rọ̀ epo Dangote ló ní báyìí káwọ́ Dangote ló wà inú rẹ̀ wà nílùú. Mo rí lọ́dọ̀ Yayi náà níbi tó ti lọ píìkì gubernatorial form ní Ogun State mo rí níbẹ̀ mo ní kí ni Dangote tún ní Dangote ló fẹ́ kó àìmọye Dangote sponsor ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ olóṣèlú mo ní òsàn tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ó wà sponsor olóṣèlú ò ní lẹ́nu ọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ bá wọlé bàbá àṣàlẹ̀lẹ̀ ń wò wọn ẹgbà bí bó ṣe jẹ́ o. Bàbá tí wàá pò ń bẹ̀ tán ìròyìn tó ní òpọ̀ rárá torí àkànra mọ̀ fẹ́ lójú ni. Ẹ à ní rí báyìí lọ nínú àwọn àkòrí ìròyìn ní pápá ẹja catapult sínú bájò mọ́ bá wà ẹ mọ̀ bá nu bọ́dí ìròyìn. Ẹja catapult sínú Abala Sanawole níbi tá a ti mọ̀ ya fọ́tò wa ẹ sọ pé no chance for Sharia law in Yoruba land, no chance for blasphemy law in Yoruba land. Wọ́n ranjú mọ́ bọ̀dá Hamzat gan o. Mo rí àwọn àwòrán kan tán pín kiri lẹ́yìn náà ní tán ṣe ń bàdàn lọ́jọ́ sí èmi tí ẹ̀ ń rò pé bóyá wọ́n tún ṣe ìpàdé bòńkẹ́lẹ́ mi ni bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni Oríyọmí Hamzat náà yarí pátápátá wípé àníṣe òun fẹ́ fi ojú Ọ̀gbẹ́ni funny thinker òun fẹ́ fi gbolẹ̀ òun fẹ́ fi ṣe àpẹẹrẹ òun fẹ́ fi ṣe example fún àwọn ọmọ aláìgbọràn pọ̀ lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára àwọn ọmọ aláìgbọràn pọ̀ nílé ìwé ó ní wọ́n pọ̀ lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára òun fẹ́ fi eléyìí sí example kó ń fi fa àwọn yòókù létí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni mo rí akéwì kan tán ti kọrin fún wípé bí Ọ̀yọ́ ṣe ń pe Hamzat tán sọ pé Ọ̀yọ́ ń pè ọ́ ìyẹn Oríyọmí Hamzat bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n ní ẹ̀wọ̀n ń pe funny thinker wọ́n ń pe funny thinker mo ní ilé ìlágbára ó yá ẹ̀wẹ̀yẹ ẹ ṣe Mushin ẹ ṣe Olóòṣà sínú ẹ ṣe Aláàpẹ̀rẹ̀ Kétu Aláàpẹ̀rẹ̀ Ìkòròdú oníhùn Ìkòròdú ọ̀gá fi pàkà gbogbo tán bá dẹjọ́ wọn dé àfọ́lò wọn a sì mọ ọ̀bùn gbọ́. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ nù Abala ti Sanawole ètò ní ìròyìn kan lógbòde kan ní UK ní ẹnu last year ìparí ọdún tó kọjá síbẹ̀rẹ̀ ọdún yìí wípé ẹni ọkùnrin tàbóbìnrin ẹni tọkọtaya pàápàá jùlọ àwọn obìnrin tán wá máa ń fẹjọ́ ọkọ wọn sùn tán máa ń lé wọn dìpọ́ọ̀tì wọn padà sílé kán lè gbàwé kán lè fẹ́ lómìn kán lè skàtà márèèjì tí wọ́n gbé òfin kan kalẹ̀ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ o. Tó bá rí bákan náà pé anybody tó bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ wọn àti ọkọ rẹ̀ nàjọ ń lọ lé ní ìsìn wọn wá ní update wa ọmọ ní cast ẹ̀ fún àwọn ní UK based Nigerian couples are begging to resolve the issues in their marriage due to UK government policy on divorce. Wọ́n ní láti bàtí UK ti sọ wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ bá kọra yín wọ́n ní gbogbo ohun tí Ọlọ́run ti sopọ̀ kéèyàn kankan mọ́ ṣe yà wọ́n àwọn òfẹ́ mọ́ ya ìmọ̀ ẹ̀ ń bá ti kọra wọn àti ìwọ tó kọ àtẹ́ni tó kọ́ lẹ̀ deportation straight ni our women in UK have suddenly started enjoying their marriages. Wọ́n ní sàdédé la gbọ́ tán ní gbogbo àwọn arábìnrin àwọn ọmọbìnrin Nàìjíríà UK wọ́n ní gbogbo wọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí enjoy marriage wọn bó bá kún wọn ní ìsìn wọ́n ní I'm enjoying my marriage you. Ló wá mú àlí bàbá ẹ mọ̀ pé comedian ni àgbà comedian ló wá fi ṣe bí àwàdà pé ká fi kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pé ṣe bí you say you dey craze you get craze for head ni pé he saw a text message our guy Osaon wípé ó sọ wípé kò sí differences tó wà irreconcilable mọ́ ní ìsinyìí owó pé àwọn reconcile ẹni o ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ní ká kìlọ̀ fún àwọn ọkùnrin wípé wọ́n ní deport widow kọkùnrin ṣọ́ra rẹ̀ o obìnrin tí manage rẹ̀ nítorí the fear of deportation pé ó ń wọ ọ̀ràn ní ọjọ́ tí nǹkan kan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ọ tàbí tó wá nǹkan kan ṣe sí ọ wọn lọ́lọ́run níjà fẹ́yàwó ọ̀ràn pé tó ṣọ́ra rẹ̀ di widow ọ̀sán gan pé wọ́n ní deport o kó ṣọ́ra rẹ̀ òun ni ó ga o UK policy nígbà tán ti rí wípé ìnípa ọlápa àwọn èèbò tí wọ́n dà fọ́ọ̀sì pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ gan tán dúdú wá fẹ́ burú jù ó fẹ́ le ju tàwọn òyìnbó lọ akànfì yóò ṣàwàdà ni wọ́n ní everybody ṣọ́ra o UK has reset the madness of Nigerian divorcee ó dé jẹ́ àtẹ̀wájú àròjọ mùsùlùkùn ẹ jẹ́ wáyà ní ọ̀dọ̀ ọmọkùnrin àgbà táìmù bí o ọmọ ọdún 17 kan tóun àti àwọn akẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ jọ lọ skúù rí náà akẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ ń bá tàn án láwóyáyá ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà bá tàn wá wọ́n sì kidnap ẹ̀ wọ́n pa ó wá ń jẹ́wọ́ mo ní orí òkè jẹ́wọ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rẹ̀ là ń lọ báyìí wọ́n ti fún léèpọ̀ ọ̀bọ̀ jẹ ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jẹ́wọ́ ẹ bá ń tẹ̀sí ẹja gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu ayé níkà o àwọn èèyàn dájú ọ̀dájú pọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àwọn èèyàn dájú ọ̀dájú pọ̀ Nàìjíríà o.
What brought us here is we are suspects to a kidnapping and murder case, which we were arrested by a professional anti-kidnapping squad, as I say. So the way the whole thing happened, the entire thing, the way it happened, if I should explain from A to Z, the victim, which is my associate's old-time school friend, they were, you know, as we wanted to bring the guy to my own apartment. So we tried to convince him, and the guy, the first time we attempted to bring him, we sent him transport to come, and then he said he was coming on the. We actually wanted to kidnap him, have him kidnap and demand ransom from his parents. And then my friend,
His idea was that your idea or his
it was his idea. Why it was his idea was if I had someone to bring, I will. But the guy the victim was his own idea because they were the one that knew each other from past. So he told me, he said the family is from the guy is from a very rich family that they can bring up to 200 million naira. Which I said, okay, if you think 200 million is sure, which I said 200 million is a bit much, but how about if you are very sure of 200 million? How about we cut it down to 150? He said, okay, but that's no problem. So then we tried to bring the guy again. This time we said the guy should come and pick up a laptop to use and do work and all that because I'm a producer, and we said we should come and pick up a laptop he can be using, which was all a lie. We never had a laptop we were willing to give him. We just wanted to lure him to come. So before he came, we went out to buy a Ghana Must Go, a big Ghana Must Go, and we bought chains and padlocks. So when the guy was coming, we already had a cutlass in the house, and my associate, which is the victim's friend, his own weapon was a stick that he had nails nailed on to it. So when
So you all planned to kill him?
Yes, we both did, but at first the intention wasn't to kill him. So when the victim came to the house, my associate, being his old-time friend, welcomed him, and they talked about how they used to be together in army cantonment together. So while they were talking, myself and my associate, we were chatting on WhatsApp, talking about how we would make everything go right that day. So myself and my associate agreed that I should go inside, and our music was playing. We were playing music, loud music that day. So myself and my associate agreed that I go inside and bring out our weapons, which mine was a cutlass and his was a stick nailed that had nails on it. So when I came out, my own job that day was to say words to scare the victim and put fear in his body, to inject fear in his body. At first we were both scared and panicking too, but then when we noticed that we were successfully injecting fear to the victim's body, we became like more in control. And then I started saying words like, there's a way you behave and act that you leave this place successfully, and there's also a way you act and you never leave this place. And then when I told the victim to sit on the ground, which he did. And then his old-time friend, being my associate, told him to sit down. Then I told my associate, which was his own job, put the chain to his leg and put the padlocks and everything. So when we had him changed to the ground, we made videos and took pictures of him, which was intended to send to his family. And then when we made the whole video, my associate called me inside the room and he told me, he said, Tony, we have all the videos and the pictures we need now. But as I mentioned, this guy is a friend of mine from long years back, and he knows me, he knows my auntie, he knows everything about me, he knows my family, which if we let him go, he will definitely bring his people to and that will leave a trace to him, and if they have a trace to him, will also implicate myself, Anthony. So he said we should silence him, which means we should kill him. So now when we've said, oh, okay, that's thoughtful, and then we both went inside, then he turned the light off. That's my associate. Then after he turned the light off, I went to the back, I went behind the victim and I held him from behind him.
lọ́rọ̀ kan àlè sọ bí ní èbó ó sá fún lọ́rùn pa wọ́n lantán lè là mọ́ lórí.
Which he was confirmed dead. So we had rope which we used to tie the victim because he was too heavy, because he's not someone we can just lift and dispose. So we decided to tie him and put in the Ghana Must Go bag we bought earlier.
So how were you able to put him in the Ghana Must Go bag?
Yeah, we had him tied, like we fold him and tied him so that he will fit in the bag. So when we successfully put him in, it wasn't easy putting him in the bag, but we did because we were two. So we were able to put him in the bag and zip him. And then when we did that, we planned on, we thought of a few places we can go dispose him, which we said, we are not very familiar with this place. If we go there, we don't know, maybe we might meet securities or people like that. So we said we should go to a more familiar road that we already know. So when we agreed on a place that we are more familiar with, so myself and my associate, we lifted the bag and placed it on my associate head, and then he lifted the bag and took it outside our compound. That is the entrance. We had no gate, so he took it outside. That was around. I'm not very sure of the time, but I'll say with the way the weather is outside.
Who is this associate?
This is okay, great. So when he placed the bag on his hand and brought it out, so my associate said it wouldn't be okay if we went with just this bag. How about we go with like our working tools, which is my microphone and headset and maybe just backpacks, because I do music production. So he said if we had those things carried along to people, it will look like we're going for a regular outside job. So which we did. And then when he placed the bag, the bag containing the victim and also our studio working tools, he told me to wait there while he went to bring bikemen to come pick up the Ghana must go and the rest things. So when he went out there and he brought 2 bikes, and then we both lifted the bag containing the victim. We lifted the bag and placed the bag on the bike, making sure that it doesn't touch the bike man's back. So as we placed the bag on the bike, we left a space in between the bag and the bike man, so I could sit in between the bag and the bike man, so I can just try controlling the bag while he drove off. So when he was riding the bike off himself, that is my associate, he took his own bag, and which were containing just clothes and were not really anything, and my microphone stand, and so making it look like we're going for an outside job. Then we got to the place where we wanted to dispose him. We looked around, making sure nobody was coming and that no other bikes were coming, because my place where I rented an apartment is a remote area, it's like an outskirts. So when we got there and we watched carefully, making sure nobody was coming, when there was nobody, we dragged the bag into the bush and unzipped it and poured out the victim there. So the next day, at that
time, you could confirm that he was dead. And which location did you dispose him of? What time?
I'm not sure of the time. But I should say around 8, 9, 10 p.m. So when we disposed him, we poured out the bag. We poured him out of the bag, and then we took the sack and put it inside one of the bags we were carrying, and we returned it back home. So the next morning, I called my dad and said I was coming to his place, and I told my dad to send me 15,000 naira for transport that both of us can get there, because his family and my family, they lived in the same area, because we were born and raised in the same area, so our families are not far from each other. So we went back home. So we
how about the money, the ransom?
I'm getting there. So after he told us, because he assured me that this family is a very rich family and they could provide up to 200 million, which I said that is a long money, but if you are very sure, how about we cut it to 150? So when we got to Ikorodu, being our family's place, I called the victim's family with the victim's number, and then I told them I was driving, because that night they were calling the victim, like trying to ask him where he was and all that. So but I didn't pick. But when I called, I told them I didn't pick because I was driving to Bayelsa. I told them I was driving to Bayelsa, which was all a lie. And then when I told the person I was driving to Bayelsa, then I demanded the ransom of 150 million, which my associate told me they were able to provide. That was when the victim's mother picked the call. So she begged us and was like, okay, how about she brings 50 million? So immediately she said, how about she brings 50 million? My associate ended the call and told me, and he said, didn't I tell you this family is so rich? I told you they were so rich and they could provide this money. But why she said 50 was because maybe she doesn't want to go far at first. She just wants to, maybe pricing and all that. So I said, okay. He said, let's not worry. Then I called again, but this time was the victim's sister, telling us that our mother only made mention of that 50 million out of fear, that when someone asks you for 150, that how can you possibly say you don't have it, or you want to say you have one out of 150. So she then told me that even her mom now, the fear and the panicking has made them take her to the hospital. So the girl herself was not like, okay, how about she herself provide 5 million naira, which I told my associate, and then my associate told me, he said, no, that they are just trying to play games with us. And I said, are you sure about this? Then I started seeing I started seeing signs that this family aren't really rich as he claimed. So as they said, she said 5 million naira. I said, oh, okay. At first we kicked out that now we don't do that. Even if she was going to do the 5 million naira, it was nothing to us. So then I called her and I generated these accounts that they were accounts that to receive money. They are the kind of account that when you want to use them to receive money, you have 15 minutes time frame to send money to it. If you don't, within that 15-minute time frame, the account will be shut down. So I sent them the first account, and she said, oh, okay, she cannot send the 5 million, that she doesn't have it. So the account got shut down. Then she said she will bring 3. My associate said these people are just trying to play games with us. I said, but at least with that 3, if we even add 1.5 to each other, I can still use 1.5 to open a hairdressing shop for my sister, because she's a hairdresser. She learned hairdresser, but she's working as house help from places to places. So I thought I could, with 1.5 I could open a hairdresser shop for her.
So in a short, were you able to get the money, and how much were you able to get?
Okay, to cut the whole thing short, after buying a lot of time from us, the victim's family buying a lot of times from us, she then agreed that okay, all she had with her, that she had spent money on her mother, which she said was in the hospital. So she then said all she had was 200,000, which I said even the 200,000 you are sending it for me to buy fuel to come all the way from Bayelsa back to Lagos. So she said okay, she'll send it 200,000. And this time I was unable to get another account that, you know, that type of account that dies in 15 minutes. But this time I picked the phone and called my associate, my friend, that okay, they said they want to send 200,000, but he didn't pick because the phone didn't go through. So I thought since she wanted to send the money now, I wouldn't let that be a delay, because I wanted to call him so we can go together in search of POS to receive the money. So he didn't pick, so I thought I should go alone. So when I went out alone to Itamaga bus stop to get is it okay that I mention names of places? Okay, so when I got to the bus stop and I got the POS, and the victim's family already told me that the 200k she's sending, she can only send to an OP account, which I said okay. And I got to the POS, I asked her, do you have OP account? She said yes. I said, can I get 100,000 naira cash from you? She said sure. Okay, I gave the victim's family the account number and they sent the first 100. So I then asked the POS lady again, how about can I still get another 100? She said yeah, sure. Then I told the victim to send another 100 to that particular account, which she did. So when she sent the other 100, I got home and I picked the phone to call my friend to tell him that they've sent 200. But when I called, his phone still didn't go through. That was the night I think he got caught, or maybe all the time I was calling, maybe he was already caught. So as I was at home I was just around the corner pressing my phone, and then I saw this jeep coming to. So at first I wondered. I said, all my life here, I've not seen this kind of jeep come this place. But then I felt like.
So you were arrested then?
Yes, then they come outside and they pretended to ask for directions from me, not knowing that they wanted to catch me. So when they caught me, they brought me to my apartment and they shot my leg. And then then a lot of people ask me. They say that I've met a few people around, maybe in the station, and then a few people that come around telling me that I don't talk remorsefully about, like I don't feel sad about it. Yes, I feel so sad about it, but the truth is, you know, there are times when you feel like you don't deserve mercy and you don't even deserve pardon from people.
Wo mi ò mọ bí ó ṣe rí lára mi ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ mo ṣe lè sọ̀rọ̀ sí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ dálẹ̀. Ṣé ká tún sọ ní Yorùbá ni mi ò rò pé ní ìdìmọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀dájú ó pọ̀ nínú àwọn ọmọ yìí. Òun gan ti fẹ́ nu ara rẹ̀ dára rẹ̀ lẹ́jọ́, ó ti dára rẹ̀ lẹ́bi wípé torí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń wo òun tójú nǹkan lè kokoko yìí, òun gan ti pọkànpọ̀ wípé òun ò tọ́ sí ẹni tí ó yẹ kán ṣàánú fún. Eléyìí ní agbára ọmọ èèyàn, ó fẹ́ fi owó ẹ̀jẹ̀, ó fẹ́ rè é fi sí ìyá dírẹ́sà fún ìyá rẹ̀ àbí fún ẹ̀gbọ́n rẹ̀ àbí ta ló fẹ́ sí fún. Àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ dájú kí lọ ṣé ìjọba náà ló tún lẹ̀bi eléyìí, ṣé Tinubu náà ló tún lẹ̀bi eléyìí? Ká bá mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn dájú mi ò mọ̀ bí tó ti kọ́ o. Àwọn mọ̀mọ́ rẹ̀ bóun náà ṣe fẹ́ fì níta mọ̀gà, èèyàn ará àtàmọ̀gà ẹ̀ sọ́ra o. Òun náà lẹ ti gbọ́ yẹn lọ́mọdé lágbà, ẹ rí i pé ọ̀dájú agbo ọ̀dájú ká ní Nàìjíríà gan agbo ọ̀dájú ni. Kálágbó ọ̀dájú jákùn bẹ́ẹ̀ já wá sáré yà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ níbi tá a ti gbọ́ tán sọ wípé Ambode àti Jandor pé wọ́n ti congratulate Hamzat pé wọ́n ti gbà fọ́gá ẹ̀ ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, mo ní Jandor náà lè gbà. Èmi rò pa Ambode náà ṣé inú ẹgbẹ́ APC Ambode sì wà ní múròpó fẹ́ jáde nínú ẹgbẹ́ mi nìyẹn. Wọ́n níyẹn ò dìfà kò dá dúró, wọ́n ní ó lè jáde nínú ẹgbẹ́ mi, ṣùgbọ́n ó gbà fún Hamzat. Ó ní wọn ṣàjẹ́ Ambode ṣẹlẹ̀ kejì. Àwọn tí mi Badagry tó wá ń fapá jánu ń kọ ẹ̀wọ̀n náà ti settle ẹ̀. All case settled, mo ní tẹ́lẹ̀ nǹkan tí bàbá ti sọ pé ta tó gbé náà ojú ẹkùn láì ṣàwọ̀ ẹjẹ́ àwo ibi tí Jandor tó ti ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn rẹ̀ mọ̀ pé òun ní ń pariwo lọ́jọ́ sínú ẹgbẹ́ PDP wípé àwọn làwọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àwọn ò gba Èkó, kò rọ̀wọ́ mú. Ó sá ti join gbogbo alámọ̀gbà tó join APC ní ìsìn, ó wá fẹ́ ká mọ̀ wípé òun gbà fún gbogbo decision olódòdó. Ṣé rí pé òun ò bá yín fa trouble, òun ò bá yín fa wàhálà. Àwọn èèyàn níta ń mọ̀kòlò rẹ lọ́yọ̀, wọ́n ti ẹ̀ ń pe gbogbo ẹran tó níwò, ṣé ó yẹ kí ìgbín náà yọjú? Mo ní Jandor ìṣe èèyàn kékeré o. Àwọn kan ní appointment ló ń wá, bóyá òun náà fẹ́ ṣe minister àbí commissioner. Mo ní commissioner ni ó ṣe ti state level níjà fún ẹ̀bá ń tẹ̀sí ẹja sáré wo bó ṣe kó àwọn èèyàn rẹ̀ lẹ́yìn. Òun náà wọ́n ṣe press brief tó fẹ́ tó 1 hour. Mo ní ń bó ẹ bá ń lo bí 2 minutes ń bẹ́ẹ̀ kákan wò ó kó wà nílẹ̀ in history wípé ó gbà fún Hamzat.
Wherever Mr. President goes is where we are going to stay. So as a result of this, I'm announcing my withdrawal from the race in respect to what Mr. President wants.
Jandor's supporters broke down crying loudly after this announcement. This announcement comes on the heels of reports that President Bola Tinubu has endorsed Deputy Governor of Lagos, Obafemi Hamzat.
It was clearly stated by the release that was put out by the spokesperson of Mr. President that Mr. President has endorsed the candidacy of Dr. Kadiri Hamzat. That whoever the party decides to choose at the end of the day, what did I say we are going to do? will work together and support such a person.
It's like a root shock. You sure you understand? It's not what I actually expect, but in everything, we don't give up.
At his withdrawal, we support him, and his position is our own position too.
Very shocking, but I believe so much in Jandor. I believe in his decision so much, even though it's shocking. When you want to think about the job we've done so far, right from the 2023 election, he didn't win it. We still stood by him. Now we fought this one as well, but I so much believe in him.
Ó rẹ̀ káàbọ̀ padà ẹjẹ́ wá sáré dé ọ̀dọ̀ ẹlẹ́hà ẹ̀. Mo ní ọmọ tó ṣeré gidi kí ló dé tí ohun rẹ̀ ń gbọ̀n báyìí. Ó ní wọ́n gbé ẹ̀gbọ́n òun ni. Àwọn ajínigbé ó ní rárá kìí ṣe àwọn ajínigbé ó lòun dá wọn mọ̀ identity wọn. Àwọn wo wá ni ó ní ó ṣẹ̀ṣàpá o, ó ṣẹ̀ṣọ̀wọ́, ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀, ó ṣẹ̀ṣorí, ó ṣẹ̀ṣì gbogbo ẹ̀yà ara. Mo ní ta ni dákọ̀ sẹ́rù ń bọ̀ ni aláìbọmọlẹ́rù kò mọ́ lè rọ̀ ó bá ti rí gangan ni owí o kò tí ń dọ́gbọ́n kọrin. Ó ní gómìnà àwọn ní Kogi ní òdodo ó lóun ló wá gbé ẹ̀gbọ́n òun. Kí lẹ̀gbọ́n rẹ̀ ṣe? Só kọjá lójúde gómìnà yín ni, só sọ̀kù sórí òrùlé rẹ̀ ni, àbò sọ̀kù sọ́jà. Ó ló sọ̀kù ní òkú ọ̀rọ̀ ló sì sọ bí ìlú ṣe rí náà lójú ó sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n bá wá jí ẹ̀gbọ́n òun gbé bó olú ṣe wá mọ̀ pé gómìnà ni ó lóun mọ̀. Ó dàmú lójú ẹ bá ń tẹ̀sí ẹja gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ bóyá bá fẹ́ lójú àwọn authority ó tètè mọ̀ torí di réètì bọ́ sí ń fi ọwọ́ agbára mú àwọn aráàlú tán bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ sí bí ìlú ṣe rí ní ìsìn wàhálà sọnù.
Good morning, my fellow Nigerians. I am Onono Onimisi. I'm an indigene of Kogi State. On the 24th of April 2026, my eldest brother Farouk Ozigi Onimisi was abducted by Kogi State Governor Usman Ododo, and his Accountant General, Hajia Habiba Tijani. Since that Friday, I've been raising alarm on social media, and many Nigerians have come through for me, and I want to use this privilege to appreciate everyone who has come through for me. However, Nigerians, please, we are not done yet. Up till date, I don't know if my brother is still alive, because when my mom went to Lokoja where they said my brother is being kept, the police denied my mom's access to my brother. According to the police, the instruction given by Kogi State Governor and his Accountant General was that my brother should be denied access by his loved one and any lawyer. As I'm talking to you right now, my mom received a call from an unknown number stating that my mom should come to Lokoja, that she should bring money for her son. Now, I'm scared because I don't know if this plan is to also take my mom. Dear Nigerians, please, I really need your help. Help me ask Governor Usman Ododo, the governor of Kogi State, that where is Farouk Ozigi? I appreciate everyone, honestly. I truly appreciate you, but there's no justice yet. Please, I need your help. Thank you very much. Please help me.
Ó rẹ̀ káàbọ̀ padà ẹja wá sáré yà ònú Ọlọ́run ó gbà ó gbé bọ́ ìkan náà tó náà sọ̀rọ̀ sí àwọn ọ̀gá ológun lórí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ pé wọ́n ṣe ń fún àwọn ológun lóúnjẹ ó ti gbóhùn náà tó sọ̀rọ̀ sókè báyìí ó fẹ́ lójú gan wọ́n ti gbé ìmọ̀ tẹ̀lé Sowore káàkiri àwọn Sowore sáà ti ń gbìjà rẹ̀ ẹjẹ́ wá sáré dé Arise TV níbi tá a tún ti kófìrí ọ̀gá NEPA tá a gbé wá lánàá àwọn Arise TV ti bá fẹ́ lójú wọ́n ti mọ jurisdiction bí ó ti wá wọ́n ní ìkànnà àwọn ọ̀gá NEPA ní wọ́n lọ́rọ̀ tó sọ ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ rùn ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ ní mouth odor mo ní ẹjẹ́ bá fẹ́ lójú ká fi ṣe part 2 bá a bá dé àtúngbà ọ̀dọ̀ olóṣùká ọ̀ràn à ń gbọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ lọ.
People online are annoyed that we're still talking about the lack of constant power in 2026, especially as we've also seen videos this week of solar panels getting installed at Aso Villa, and we have videos of these solar panels at the presidential house. There you have it. I mean, how do you take this electricity story?
But we can be on the grid and suffer. You see, when I keep saying that when the president was saying chlorine is not leprosy and all of that, and I've told him that it is leprosy, you think I don't know what I'm saying. And I keep talking about human development indices. Let me tell you what power, for instance, as to human development indices. There's a study that shows that with 1% increase in electricity supply can lead to an expected growth of 3.94% in the economy of some countries. So by providing power for the people of Bayelsa that have been without power for ages, and this problem has been for so many years, and that's why you see, somebody was saying somebody's father had the F1 trick to even open his mouth and say this. You can see him celebrating failure, basking in failure, justifying failure. Is that not what our leaders have always done? If you bring power to Bayelsa, that most people, the barber, the tailor, those that need power, see power to do. Look at the economic activity, about 3.something% growth. Did they say road adds 3.something% growth to the economy? No. What did they say? Power. alone.
Right.
Have I not read out to you 2 studies that says that you cannot justify that when you even do roads, it doesn't really even impact the economy from 1981 to, but you see, the reason why they do the roads is that it's easier for them to show as gains of politics, and they can also eat money in the road and manipulate people and give it to their friends and cronies. That's why they go for the one. But the ones that will benefit Nigerians, and this is Bayelsa, that oil, the wealth of Nigeria is coming from there. So you can see what it means to be in Nigeria. This was around where in 1956, 57, Oloibiri, oil was poured out of the ground. They have not done anything for them. Even look at the museum that they said of oil that they were going to put in that area and around Bayelsa. Nothing has been done for them. And when people like Kensarua started to speak up, they said, oh, they have no right to say. Yeah, they started the Ogoni cleanup. We appreciate them for that. But what's the impact on the lives and the livelihood of this country? Nigeria came to this area, started milking the resource of this area, but we've given them nothing in return. No light, nothing. And that's the tale of Nigeria. And that's why somebody has the effrontery to wake up and say, they will put lights, they will iron. And no, when they bring the light, we should leave it and be looking at it. Help NEPA. light. He's playing with the light. And not quickly use it. So you think people do not have things they want to do with light. You see, that's the kind of country we live. That's why you see that a power minister that didn't do well in the power sector that failed said they should in turn go and vote for him to be governor of another state. Can we judge him by the performance in the power sector? It's not story he gave us. Right.
Ó rẹ̀ káàbọ̀ padà náà lẹ́ti gbọ́n yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú tó ń tẹ̀rìn imagine àwọn tẹ́ expect iná mọ̀nàmọ̀nà lọ́wọ́ wọn ẹ wo ìròrí wọn dorí kodò ṣé ẹ rí ìròrí láyé yìí ó ní nǹkan kan sínú ọpọlọ tá à ń sọ táwọn kan ń di àti bàbà lé lórí tán jẹ́ kátẹ́gùn fresh air kò fẹ́ sí téèyàn ò bá ti rí orí rò tí ẹni tí ń ṣèjọba lé ẹ lórí tó ń ronú bí ọmọ kékeré ìwọ tó sì ń ṣèjọba lé lórí tí wọ́n ń ronú maturely tó ń expect better things ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó ń ṣe ìjọba lé lórí tó yẹ pé ọpọlọ wọn bí ọpọlọ ẹmọ kékeré báyìí ni ẹmọ ẹ̀lẹ́s kò sí kẹ́ ẹ fi gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè ṣe gold kàn máa wa gold kàn máa wa kúpà kàn máa wa lithium kẹ́ ẹ lépo rọ̀bì kí lumi mọ́ ni orílẹ̀-èdè yẹn ló máa tòṣì jù so ara àṣòro tá à ń dojú kọ pẹ̀lú àwọn olórí wa Nàìjíríà ni ìròrí wọn gbọ́n ọmọ gbariwo tá à ń pa ìyà ń jara àlù wọ́n rí o nǹkan mìíràn ró wọ́n rí rárá èyí tó sì rí inú wọn mọ̀ fẹ́ kíìpù aráàlú sínú ìyà àti ìnira ni ẹ wúrú bàbá tá a gbé wá lánàá náà ìwé lásán ló kàn rọra kọ author lásán ó kàn president ìwé rẹ̀ àti ilé rẹ̀ ní o kò tí ì ṣe president society o ẹgbẹ́ lásán kò tí ì ṣe president ẹgbẹ́ o débi pé yóò ṣe councillor o ní local government débi táwa máa fojú chairman wò ó táwa máa fojú house of rep wò ó nílé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin state ẹ wọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ lánàá nípa kéèyàn lájá lé nǹkan ọ̀sìn ìwọ tó lè tọ́jú nǹkan ọ̀sìn ṣé wọ́n ló máa tọ́jú èèyàn ó wá mú irin gbóná ó wá fi ro ajá nímú wọ́n fi irin gbóná ro bàbá yẹn mú kó tó kó láyé yóò dàgbà o yóò darúgbó ṣùgbọ́n kó lè mọ ìtumọ̀ ìwé tó ń kọ nǹkan kan ó ṣe wọ́n fi irin gbóná rìn mú àwọn èèyàn yàkà ẹjẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ síbi tọ́rọ̀ wà ẹjẹ́ wa lọ sọ́dọ̀ Lágbàjì láti bàbá sọnù mọ́ mi lónìí àti bàbá yẹn á mọ̀ pé mọ́ mi tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé àti bàbá ní ká mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ bá nu Abala comment section orin lásán kọ́ ló kọ lánàá ẹ mọ́ bínú àmúwá tán ó sọ̀rọ̀ sí Arise TV lójú ara rẹ̀ torí ẹ̀ láṣẹ wá fẹ́ mú amúfẹ́ kẹ́ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ náà ó tiẹ̀ fọ́mọ rẹ̀ hàn wá tán lọ yunifásitì ìkan ṣe mástà lọ́wọ́ ẹ jẹ́ á wò wọ́n.
Arise TV
ẹ bá tún jòkó ẹjọ
ní kẹfẹ kàwé olè ń gbọ́ ọmọ tí wọn náà ń kàwé ọmọ bí mẹ́rin mo ní yunifásitì
ọmọ bí mẹ́rin lọ àbáyé ní yunifásitì
ìkàsíjáde òun ló dùn kó làwọn tó sáfù pẹ̀lú
wọ́n ti masters lọ́wọ́ báyìí
bàdà masters PhD rẹ̀ ẹ̀sìn ní àfẹ́kàn kàwé.
máa ń manatu alùmọ́lìgàrí bí yá láàkín manatu lè já ọ̀rọ̀ wa sòkòrí yá.
kí tó ń sọnù tó wílẹ̀ kan sí.
máa ń manatu alùmọ́lìgàrí bí yá.
àwọn oníkàmọ́ kàwé ṣùgbọ́n tá a kọ́ ń bẹ̀.
láàkín manatu lè já ọ̀rọ̀ wa sòkòrí yá.
àbòsí àti ìfinisẹ̀sìn yìí náà là ń sọ fún yín pé ó ti tó gẹ́.
àbòsí àti ìfinisẹ̀sìn yìí náà là ń sọ fún yín pé ó ti tó gẹ́.
ó tó gẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí o. ó tó gẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí. ó tó gẹ́ ọgbọ́njọ́. ó tó gẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí. ó tó gẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí. ẹ kàwé kà mọ́ rí ṣẹ́ṣe. ó tó gẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí. wọ́n gba dókítà wọn ò rí ṣẹ́ṣe. ó tó gẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí. wọ́n ṣe máa síta wọn ò rí ṣẹ́ṣe. ó tó gẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí. ṣe dìgírí wa oríṣẹ́ ṣe.
owó tó kẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí.
àwa ò ráyà bọ́ àwọn ò rọ́mọ bọ́.
owó tó kẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí.
odidi dókítà ní nǹkan kádà.
owó tó kẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí.
ẹni tó bá dókítà nǹkan márùwá.
owó tó kẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí.
ráìsì fi ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí o.
owó tó kẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí.
ẹ ti wí tèmi ẹ tún wí tèmi.
owó tó kẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí.
kágbá dókítà kámọ́gun márùwá.
owó tó kẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí.
gbogbo ayé kọ́ṣẹ́ wọn ò róúnjẹ jẹ.
owó tó kẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí.
wọ́n ní sàtífíkẹ́ẹ̀tì wọ́n ń gun márùwá.
owó tó kẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí.
ẹ bá wá sọ fún wọn kán wá nǹkan ṣe sí o.
owó tó kẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí.
ebi ń pa ará ìlú pátápátá.
owó tó kẹ́ ẹ wá nǹkan ṣe sí.
ẹ wàá rí wípé irú àwọn oníràhùn wọn yàtọ̀ síra wọn àtọmọ àti bàbá nítorí wọn ní ọmọ tí ẹyá bá bí lẹ́yà àjọ òwú tí yà gbọ́n lọ́mọ ràn òun ló dífá fún òṣùkà tí gbogbo wọn ń rò kiri láwọn èèyàn wá ní alábòsí ni àti wípé kò mọ ohun tó ń sọ. alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ kò dúró lórí ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ ó parọ́ ó yí ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ gbogbo ayé ló gbọ́ ohun tó sọ. ó wá fẹ́ fi ṣe bí ẹni wípé òun fi ń ṣe ẹ̀nà òun fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ síjọba ni ló sì sọ wípé káwọn èèyàn mọ́ lọ skul mọ́ kọmọ wà lè kí iṣẹ́ mélòó wà nílé kí ó ti pèsè àbí tí nǹkan kan ò bá dá pé ó dá ẹ̀yin ọmọ yìí o ẹ má ṣe yahoo yahoo mọ́ o ìjọba tó ní ẹ má ṣe yahoo yahoo mọ́ ṣe bí yóò pèsè iṣẹ́ tán mọ̀ ṣe ó dá ẹ wá mọ́ kọ́ṣẹ́ wẹ́dà ẹ wá mọ́ kọ́ iṣẹ́ plumber o àbí ṣùgbọ́n ẹ ṣe yẹn o ìwọ wá ní kọ́mọ lọ school mọ́ education pé kò dá Arabic ló dá jọ tọ́ka sí iléeṣẹ́ 2 sí 3 tí àwọn tó bá lọ sí Arabic school tán ti lè ríṣẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà àwọn tó lọ school gidi gan wọn ti ríṣẹ́ ẹ báwọn èèyàn ń lọ theology náà pátápínra theology tó bá lọ kó di professor ń bẹ̀ bóyá o rè ṣe lecturer ní school theology tàbí kò rè dá ìjọlẹ̀ ìwọ náà ní o ti gba ìpè ṣé báǹkì ló ti fẹ́ lọ fi theology ṣiṣẹ́ ní tó dé ló ní àwọn ohun tó ń da lúpọ̀ wọn sápàtà ní Nàìjíríà báńkì ló ti fẹ́ lọ fi ṣiṣẹ́ ní theology ó wà lọ Islamic school ṣé mi ni wọ́n gbé ọ ṣiṣẹ́ ó lọ Islamic school mo wá wá accountant mà wá gbé ọ ṣiṣẹ́ kí ló fẹ́ fi kéwú kí ló fẹ́ fi dá lára nínú bookkeeping fún mi àfi tó bá jẹ́ pé mo nílé kéwú tí mo lè gbà ọ sí. ìkànnù àwọn kí ni wọ́n sì ti sọ dáadáa wípé wọ́n kàn ń báyé àwọn ọmọ ìjẹni tán ń pè láàfáà wọn the only iṣẹ́ tán máa ṣe ni pé atọrọjẹ kì í fàtọrọjẹ kán máa káàkiri ilé onírú ilé kán máa káàkiri ilé oníkòmọ olóko àgbà kán máa wá àbí tán ti máa gbowó kì ní òsì tàwọn nígbà tí yàn wá tàwọn ní ìsìn sí àwọn àfáà náà ò ní dojúkọ nǹkan mi bàbá yẹn ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ṣàlàyé ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì bẹ́ẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn tó wá ń pàkíyèsí rẹ̀ sí ni pé àwọn ọmọ méjì rẹ̀ tó mú jáde nínú gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó yí ọká tó rọgbà yí ọká tán sòṣùkà wọ́n ní àwọn ń wo sàkún rẹ̀ páwọn yòókù lọ skul ọmọ tiẹ̀ lọ skul wọ́n ní ajá mọ́ ọmọ tiẹ̀ fún ní ọmú ọmọ tó du ọ̀yà ó mọ̀ kí mọ́lẹ̀ irú ò sí gbé máìkì sáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ lẹ́nu ká gbọ́ skul tán náà lọ ó lè padà wá sí o ṣùgbọ́n irọ́ ló máa bá dé ó lè nìkan ọmọ yẹn parọ́ wọ́n wá yunifásitì ní tó mú ọ wá parọ́ wípé ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé òun gbìyànjú láti sọ pé kò síṣẹ́ ń ta ó dáná nígbà tó sì mọ̀ pé kò síṣẹ́ ń ta kí ni wọ́n rán ọmọ lọ skúl fún opportunity kan bá sì dé ẹ rí yóò sojú wa bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ gbégbá àdìbò kan ni àrú àwọn ọmọ wọn náà máa tì sí. alábòsí ni àwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ sí o ó sì fẹ́ fi ẹrẹ̀ Islam rí wọn ní kó wá jáde kó wá pa odidi ròyìn èmi mo ṣe ń pe àkíyèsí bàbá wa kan sí pé irọ́ ẹ mọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sí Islam o ẹ mọ́ fi tèèyàn kan jọ́ọ̀jì o irọ́ o àwọn mọ̀mọ́ mi dáadáa bàbá mi dáadáa tó jẹ́ ẹlẹ́sìn Islam wà lórí ìkànnì tí n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dárúkọ wọn àwọn èèyàn gidi tán dúró tì wá so ẹjọ́ ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ àkópọ̀ ilé ìtaarọra máa ń sọ kan pé mùsùlùmí alálàáfíà mùsùlùmí oníjàgíjàgan kò dùn mọ́ àwọn ọmọ mi kankan nú kò dùn mọ́ àwọn bàbá mi kò sẹ́ni tí ó dùn mọ́ nítorí wọ́n ìgbà tí ò sí tẹ́lẹ̀ tí pípa láàfíà ní gbogbo ẹ̀sìn tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n láti sọ kẹ́ ẹ lè mọ̀ wípé wọ́n fẹ́ ba ẹ̀sìn jẹ́ ó sì yé wọn ṣùgbọ́n ẹ mọ̀ bó ṣe rí lára èèyàn. Ó dá àwọn ẹja tẹ̀wájú àròjọ mùsùlùkùn ká mọ̀ bá pẹ̀jú ǹjẹ́ ní nǹkan kan wọ́n nínú Abala Sanawole torí mi ò fẹ́ kákùn bí tán ní ìsìn káwọn wò pé ìròyìn míì sì ṣẹ́kù o òkè kò sí nǹkan míì mọ̀ tá a fẹ́ mú wọn nínú Abala Sanawole àti ṣe justice sí ẹja tẹ̀wájú àyà óyá wá gbọ́ wa débẹ̀ tó ti rìnrìn ojú látàárọ̀ wá gbọ́ wa débẹ̀ nú abala àwọn olólùfẹ́ Abala comment section àròjọ mùsùlùkùn. Mo máa dẹ̀ tún kí ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ káàbọ̀ sínú abala yín o Abala comment section mọ́ mi Florence Alade náà bá wa síde ètò wọ́n ní àkàrà dégun ni o bẹ́ẹ̀ ni nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ dé orí akáyín àkàrà dégun o bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni at anointed wọ́n ní this Lagbaj of a guy is very daft and all his cohort greetings Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bobby Anaye kújọ́ mẹ́jọ mọ́ mi Josephine Aláwìyé grandma wọn ní òbí àti àyà mi ọ̀hún tó sure happy new month of May my month of birth wow great grandma. Oh, do our nation no going back. Soonest, we elders pray to witness the happy day. Oh, didada. One love from me in London. What a love that in Kapanu blessed. Mommy, asodumonu din siawo, asodumodun asoromoro. Ni sawo asoromoro. Esodun yẹn to send me last year long with Dumari. What a mo date birthday. But what to jẹ́ pé inú month náà ni. We use you as a point of contact to other celebrants. We celebrate the grace of God upon your lives. Happy birthday to you. Ìgbà ọdún kan o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ẹ jẹ́ lọ tààràtààrà. Mọ́mí Florence Alade náà ni wọ́n ní happy birthday to all May celebrants. Wishing you many more wonderful years ahead. What a love sí yín. Àti nǹkan panu àbẹ́ẹ̀rí. Inú ẹ̀mí lájọ wà. Mọ́mí Stella Ogunbajo mo rí pọ̀ yín o. Ó tètè wá pọ̀ Oòduà nation going back. God bless. Oòduà nation what a love sí àwọn ọmọ rẹ títí mọ́mí. Hananso bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni mo ti wá dọ́dọ̀ àbá mi Adétayọ̀ Adégẹyì wọ́n ní wọ́n bí ìka ní àwọn olórí Nàìjíríà Olódùmarè ló lè gbà wá lọ́wọ́ àwọn lọ́wọ́ wọn ìbùkún ní fún orílẹ̀-èdè Oòduà from Newark New Jersey USA wọ́n ti lọ́ọ̀sì àti nǹkan panu. Bá mi kò ní rẹ̀yìn láíláí. At Precious Sisek àbí Sisi Èkó wọ́n ní hi wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì àwọn hi. Àwa náà tẹ love sí yín o àwa náà ha yín bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni mọ́ mi Olúfúnkẹ́ Fájimólú news wọ́n ní tí olórí bá dára ọmọ ẹ̀yìn náà dára o he has case in America that's why he can't go to America tí kò bá ṣe ohun tí US Congress they will come for him in his cabinet. Mọ́ mi Fúnmilọ́lá Bello wọ́n ní Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bobby ọkọ àwa beautiful 16 yọ yẹ̀yìn mọ́ mi àgbádùn yín bá kéde fún Yorùbá Oòduà nation káfẹ́ta we love you sir. Bó ṣe rí látọ̀dọ̀ mi sẹ́yìn náà nìyẹn o I love you too Oòduà nation káfàtà we love you CSI love you too wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì àti nǹkan panumurọ́gẹ̀dẹ̀ 100% múrágbàdo jọ bá mi Kẹ́hìndé òsè ní Sàlímọ̀ ọmọ òwò olódò ọba ọmọ àtẹnigbọ́lọ́ ọmọ àtẹnigbọ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n ní ó yẹ kí ìjọba máa fi ọwọ́ òfin gbé gbogbo àwọn àfáà alákatakítí yìí ni o èmi náà sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́kàn mi o. Bámi Martin Adébọ̀wálé wọ́n ní àwọn wo ló vẹ́ẹ̀tì ìwé yẹn tàbí approve ìwé fún ọmọ ilé ìwé ó ga o. Ẹ̀rí tí ọ̀tọ̀ yẹn tó ń sọ story lánàá. Mami Olúṣọlá Adébáyọ̀ wọ́n ní àwọn aláfibìpa òṣùká tí wọ́n gbé ka orí ló ń da orí wọn rú pẹ̀lú ìsọkúsọ òbí ìbágbéwa débẹ̀ ìbámúlòdùn mú kí yín àti gbogbo àwọn ìdílé aláìwògbò apátápátá wọn ń kí wa o. Mami àwa náà dá greetings jọ akin dáadáa wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì àti nǹkan panu o bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni Mami tó iná rí wọ́n ní this is so traumatizing those policemen should be páì wọ́n ní kán gbẹ̀mí wọn ni tẹ́ bá rí oríṣiríṣi fọ́nrán tó ń jẹyọ wọ́n de arábìnrin kan lápá sẹ́yìn báyìí wọ́n lo handcuff wọ́n fẹ́ lọ mú ni o obìnrin ẹgbẹ́ náà wà ń bẹ̀ mo wò ẹ́ mo ní ṣé Nigeria police náà lè lè àti ìkó kan tán ìmí ìtìlẹ̀ tó ń dá alẹ́ yìí o Mọ́mí Florence Alade wọ́n ní ibà Valentino ibà àti bàbà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ibà Sanawole ẹ̀kú iṣẹ́ òní o àṣejù àwọn ọlọ́pàá ti pọ̀ jù tá a láti bàbá yẹn náà olóṣùkà wọn láti bàbá ni wọ́n ní ọ̀rọ̀ tí ọ̀gá oníṣẹ́ iná yìí sọ kò mọ́pọlọ lọ́wọ́ o Nàìjíríà ti jẹrà ó ti ń tàdín Oòduà ilé yíyà o. no sharia in Yorùbá làwọn tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì àti nǹkan ìpanu àti ẹ̀ ti mọ ibi tí ọ̀gá NEPA yẹn ti ń sáàbà àfẹ́ lójú lónìí tó rọrùn ẹ̀ ti dé ìgbìmọ̀ Arise TV bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni Mọ́mí Grace Olùṣòótọ́ wọn ní kí ló dé tí àwọn ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà máa ń pa àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ náà ń ṣe wọn kò bẹ̀rù pa méjì inú ọmọ tí ẹnìkan ṣoṣo bí eléri ibú tí kò ní ṣe rere mọ́ láyé nìyí ọmọ tí yín náà máa ti bí ìbọn kú bí Ọlọ́run ti ń bẹ abiyamọ yóò kábíamọ lára wọ́n ní mo kí òbí àyè àti gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá káàkiri àgbáyé pé a kó ìparí oṣù kẹrin ọdún 2026 yìí wà mí o a sì ọ̀pọ̀ rẹ̀ nínú adùn ire ayọ̀ àti àlàáfíà tó pé tọmọtọmọ wa ní àṣẹ Olódùmarè àmín wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀fẹ́ àti nǹkan panu. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu wọ́n ní kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lágbàáyé náà sọ̀rọ̀ sókè jẹ́ kí gbogbo aráyé mọ ibi tí ò ń gbé wa lọ nítorí ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ń fi ayé wá sí ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ẹ rántí pé nǹkan tí ẹ̀gbìn lẹ máa gbà o. ẹlẹ́yà mi ọ̀wọ́n aya mi ṣe kìkìkì yóò yẹ ìmọ̀ mi ò fọ́n mi ti ẹ breathing God bless you for me. wọ́n ní abiyamọ kú ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ Ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́ má jẹ́ ká fojú sunkún ọmọ bàbá oníwèé ọ̀ràn ẹ̀ lọ wá abíjókòó síjàre kò sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu yín má nepa yóò gbádùn o ó ga o ẹlẹ́yìn tí ẹ̀ràn ti sọ love you babe mo jẹ́rìí àbá wájú. Captain Mike Adesanya wọ́n ní mo ṣe gbósà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe sàdánkátà fún AIG ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá fún ìgbésẹ̀ akin lórí àwọn ọlọ́pàá ọ̀bàyéjẹ́ wọ̀nyí o ìwọ̀n sí AIG IGP money bóyá èyí lè tún mú ìyípadà bá iṣẹ́ àwọn ọlọ́pàá àmọ́ wò wọn yóò ṣojú wa mo rí nǹkan parun tẹ́ fi sọwọ́ sí ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá mo bá yín fi jíṣẹ́ o. bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni at Maria Cipriano ó ní Bobby fi ayé mi Labibu ti ń fra ṣé slang tó ní fra Mami Stella Ogunbajo wọ́n ní ọkọ àwa arẹwà ọkọ àwa awẹ́lẹ́wà akéde odò akáfàtà ẹsẹ̀ ẹkú iṣẹ́ takuntakun etí yín kò ní gbọ́ ibi ojú yín kò ní rí ibi Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè yóò túbọ̀ máa fún yín ní okun àti agbára ní ojoojúmọ́ títí láéláé àti láéláé àmín 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 lórúkọ Jésù ẹ kì mí délẹ̀délẹ̀ ní ọkọ àwọn awẹ́lẹ́wà. Bámi Abdidaman Káfí wọ́n ní àyà dàbí ẹni wípé ó bá Rájí Rasaki ṣiṣẹ́ tó ń béèrè who build this afárá who build this gada well done àyà kì í ṣe gada o. Mami tó iná rìn wọ́n ní Rising Television bẹ́ẹ̀ rí ó ti sọ di Rise òpònú àgbà ọmọ kékeré ní ìṣe kì í ṣàgbà. Bámi Káyìndé Sálímọ̀ àwọn náà second demotion wọ́n ní ẹni tó yẹ kán fi kí ìjọba fi ọwọ́ òfin gbé. Mami Christiana Mustapha wọ́n ní ẹ̀ka alẹ́ Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bobby akú iṣẹ́ ìní o Ọlọ́run ò ní fi wá sílẹ̀ àmì o ebi àárọ̀ ibi ọ̀sán àti talẹ́ kò ní pa wá àmì o tẹbí tọkọtaya tọmọ láṣẹ Ìdùmarè wọ́n tẹ́ lọ́ọ̀ sí amórí nǹkan panu rẹpẹtẹ o. ọlọ́ni Mami Olúfúnkẹ́ Bájímọ́lú news wọ́n ní Bobby it will be better for Tinubu to endorse Ọbáfẹ́mi Hamzat as Lagos governor instead of his son Ṣèyí nítorí ayé tiwọn nìkan kọ́ ní Nàìjíríà ti wá o onírọ́ ní bá tí mo bá yín fi àlẹ́jẹ́ lè sí o mọ́ mi please turn over. náà ni Mami tó iná rí wọ́n ní onígbèsè gbáà ní Tinubu yìí o kì mọ́ sóun ló jẹ gbèsè Nàìjíríà ló mọ̀ ní ẹ̀yin ni mò ń bá yáwó. Mọ́mi Adésọlá Ọládèjì wọ́n ní ayé ṣe yín ní Nàìjíríà Ọlọ́run gangan ti ń ṣe yín o ìṣeṣiṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ti bá yín ẹ̀ lè ṣe dáadáa mọ́ Mọ́mi èpè pọ̀ o inú bí àwọn èèyàn Ọlọ́run. ó yá ẹja sáré kọ̀wọ́ ní ẹja dáàfin ọba láti ọ̀dọ̀ olórí Sadélótò ni wọ́n ti kọ lẹ́tà ìránṣẹ́ wọ́n ní òbí ayọ̀ ní o ẹkú iṣẹ́ ọpọlọ ayọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ ẹ̀mí Ìlọrin fi hàn gbangba pé Ọọ̀ni Ilé-Ifẹ̀ ní olórí ọba gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nígbà tí ó dìde kí wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n orí ìjókòó ló ti kí ọba Aláàfin Ọ̀wádé tí Aláàfin sì tẹríba fún eré o eré kábi tí Odò nation ogun bá wọn tẹ lọ́ọ̀sẹ̀ àti nǹkan pàní mi ò mọ̀ tí ìrìṣẹ́ lóòótọ́ ẹ̀fẹ̀ já mi lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Aláàfin àti Ọọ̀ni gbogbo ayé ló ti mọ̀ pé lórí ọba ni Ọọ̀ni òfìfẹ́ kò sí já ń bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ torí ẹ̀ mo ṣe ní ẹjẹ́ mẹ́nupọ̀ ń bẹ kò sí já ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé wípé ẹ̀mí àdìde kí Ọọ̀ni ẹjẹ́ ń lọ wò àyà òòró fòfò ìṣe o òfòǹbù bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni Mọ́mí Agnes Ọ̀sàdé wọ́n ní Agnes ìrọ̀ wọn ní Nasaria wọn kọ́ pọ̀ ní Nasaria in Yorùbá land no fáwọ̀ ire oore kàbí tí wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀ sí Mọ́mí ọ̀yẹ́ yín Báàmì Òkèńlá Adédọ̀tun olùkọ́ mi ó mà ṣe o Ọlọ́run ọba kí ó foríjì Tolúlọpẹ́ kí ó sì tò àwọn ẹbí rẹ̀ nínú ìfà àtìgbà tí mo gbèrò yẹn lánàá báyìí mo rántí ọmọ yẹn dáadáa ṣé ẹ rántí wípé ń ṣe ni wọ́n sọ fún wa nígbà yẹn wípé ń ṣe ni káà kan rìvásì tí ó lọ kọlù bẹ́ẹ̀ ni nǹkan tí a gbọ́ mọ nìyẹn last a gbọ́ nìyẹn. Báàmì ní àmọ́ ṣá o wípé jò lọ́wọ́ nínú ẹ̀sùn kúrún ó dà Ọlọ́run ó fọ̀rùn kẹ́ ara aláìṣẹ̀tàn pa nípa àyà ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn ti ń ké náà lòdì bá Nàìjíríà Ọlọ́run ọba wọn. Mọ́mí Yẹmí Ige wọ́n ti bú sẹ́rìn wọ́n tó ti dìtẹ́ẹ̀tì ìgbórùn kan nínú ọ̀rọ̀ mi wọ́n ní a máa wá ṣe nǹkan lọ́wọ́ bàbá ẹlẹ́rù yìí o ẹlẹ́rù láàgbé mẹ́ra rẹ̀ ru ọ̀ràn o aláti bàbá sọnù. wọ́n ní ọlọ́run ṣeun o wọn ò ní ríyà àbí wọn ò ní ríyà ọ̀dà ẹja tẹ̀ iwájú ẹja wá dọ́dọ̀ bá mi Òkènlá Adédọ̀tun mo ti padà dọ́dọ̀ yín o mo gbàgbé ìkọ̀kọ̀ rẹ wọ́n ní olùkù mi ó yẹ kí gbogbo ojú máa monitor outcome investigation try àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn nítorí ọlọ́pàá tí wọ́n fi picture ẹ̀ hàn wá nínú handcuff yẹn ọwọ́ ẹ̀ kò jọ ti ọ̀daràn yẹn o kí ló dé tí wọ́n blur ojú rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ wọn ti sú wa ọlọ́run nǹkan ti bàjẹ́ nínú iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá yẹn kọjá ń tàn rí o. Mami Victoria Badejo wọ́n ní bá Kundus mo jẹ́ Mami Kundus happy new month to ẹbí aláyọ̀ òbí and my amazing àyàkẹ́ ọlọ́run tó mú ojú wa rí oṣù tuntun kó wà pẹ̀lú àlàáfíà mi IGP Disu ní iṣẹ́ gidi láti ṣe o. In fact, ọrùn owó wọn Oòduà Nation ogun ìmọ̀ MTN is a daylight robbery wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì àti nǹkan ìpanu mojíṣẹ́ yín Mami. Mami Agnes Ọ̀sádé wọ́n ní Bobby ìwà ọ̀wọ́n ó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣàkíyèsí àáfàá yìí kí ó má jẹ́ wípé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kan fẹ́ dé sí o ó dára ó jẹ́ pé kán lọ ṣàyẹ̀wò ọpọlọ rẹ̀ ó dáa o. Ó dáa bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni àti Martin Adébọ̀wálé bá mi dáadáa wọ́n ní ṣe orí máa yí pé báyìí pẹ̀lú ìsọkúsọ àti ríran lórí ẹ̀ oṣù kan orí ẹ̀gan ò pé àti bàbá jàre àti bàbá orí rẹ̀ àti Olúrẹ̀mí má jẹ́ kó dùn mí wọ́n ní ẹ̀ka alẹ́ kó iṣẹ́ takuntakun Ọlọ́run á fún yín lókun bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń bá wa tú àṣírí gbogbo àwọn ẹni bíi ọlọ́pàá yẹn kí wọ́n pa wọ́n ní ṣùgbọ́n kí wọ́n tó pa wọ́n kí wọ́n wádìí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wọn o wọ́n ní ó dára Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú yín tọmọtọmọ o lágbára Ọlọ́run àmì Ọlọ́run á gba ilẹ̀ wa fún àṣẹ Èdùmàrè wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì àti nǹkan panu rẹpẹtẹ Màámi Olúrẹ̀mí má jẹ́ kó dùn mí mo tún ti padà sọ́dọ̀ bá mi Òkènlá Adédọ̀tun wọ́n ní olùkù mi Bobby akó àfojúsọ́nà oṣù tuntun May o àti wọnú ẹ̀ báyìí àwẹ́rì oṣù náà san gbogbo ìdílé aláyọ̀ yìí sí rere àmì àwọn olóṣùkà orí yẹn kò dá nǹkan kan mọ̀ bóyá kì í ṣe wípé àkésódì ni wọ́n ń ké Kùránì tiwọn sí àwọn ẹlẹ́rẹ̀gbẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni bá mi wáyé tí mi olórí ọ̀dọ̀ wọn ní àwọn àfa onígèlè bàǹbà mọ́ mi tiẹ̀ ní àti bàbá ní ká mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní àpẹẹrẹ òṣùká ó fèsì òpònú àbí àpẹẹrẹ òṣùká fèsì òpònú dá òpònú sáwà ń bẹ. Mo padà rọ́dọ̀ ẹlẹ́yà mi ọ̀hún ni ọkọ mi bá pẹ́pẹ́yẹ òrùbá tútù ó bímọ kò rẹ́yìn pọnmọ èmi ẹlẹ́yà tírísọ́ọ̀mù ire o àgbo tírísọ́ọ̀mù ni mo fi bí àwọn ọmọ wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa màgbó dáadáa I can't love you less babe I love you too àgbo 5 some. Èmi ìwòwòkú wo ní tèmi ń orí o mi ti ẹ̀ bá wọn fẹ́ wò rárá torí iṣẹ́ rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ kìíní àwọn guys yẹn mọ̀ fi ṣe iṣẹ́ ni ẹ mọ̀ wọ́n rí o báyìí wọ́n mọ̀ pín síta wọ́n fi ń ṣe sí ọ̀la. Báàmì rábí ọlọ́pàá dé wọ́n ní why is it that a lot of Nigerians were politically greedy especially the 7 politicians most of them would serve 8 years as a governor they will serve 8 years as a senator after that they will be contesting for the post of president of Nigeria. Àyà ni bá òkú ìṣe òtàn mo ló dáa. Mami Abala Ògúndọ́lá wọ́n ní òbí ìhàlẹ̀ lásán ni àwọn wèrè yìí ń ṣe ẹ̀yìn àwọn agbésùnmọ̀mí tán láwọn fẹ́ pa 414 yòókù tó wà lákàtà wọn wọ́n ti marry of 66. Wọ́n ní kíjọba máa fún wọn lówó kankan 5 billion naira kò jọ wọ́n ní àwọn 5 billion yẹn gan kéré wọ́n ní káláwọn ọ̀gá àwọn ni wọ́n ló máa tó 100 billion sí àwọn tí wọ́n pa kò ju iye àwọn tó wà ní àmọ́ àbí Nàìjíríà ti dàrú ọ̀nà àbáyọ kan ṣoṣo ní Oòduà Nation no going back. Love from Mama Dollar will love you too. Ibà Màámi mo ti dọ́dọ̀ yàrá number 2 ló kọ́kọ́ gbé wá. Wọ́n ní human lives do not matter to these heartless, merciless and callous politicians. Wọ́n ní ìpànìyàn ó ń fojoojúmọ́ skyrocket yìí sí ni ó ń pọ̀ sí simply to discredit Olodo Ide àti kù ó ti fail. Àkànbí Olódò Ide máa jọba lé lórí lẹ́lẹ́kejì Oòduà Nation no going back. Wọ́n sì ti sọ wọ́n ní kì í ṣe monarch system làwọn run Nàìjíríà. Alájà Modina Solomon Salama Alaikum wọ́n ní bàbá olórí pupa always make me laugh. At Owolabi Fẹ́mi wọ́n ní MTN must leave Nigeria they are cheats. Mọ́mí mo dúpẹ́ tá wọ́n ní Bobby mi ọ̀wọ́n ẹkú iṣẹ́ àtàárọ̀ Olúwa yóò pín lérè láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àmín. Wọ́n ní mo kí gbogbo àwọn ìdílé aláyọ̀ yìí gbogbo wa ni a máa dàgbà lórúkọ Jésù àmín Olúwa yóò nífẹ̀ẹ́ gbogbo wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àmín ẹ bá ń kí dádì o happy birthday lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí Jésù ó ṣe mo rí ọwọ́ ẹ o wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì àti nǹkan panu ẹ mọ̀ rọwọ́ Ọlọ́run títí ayé àyà mọ̀ mí náà rọ́wọ́ rẹ o sọ fún mi pé o sẹ́ndì nǹkan sí ọ. bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ẹja dọ́dọ̀ bá mi Olúyọmí Olúwọlé wọ́n ní happy new month to us all on this platform. We shall celebrate more in Jesus' name. Amen. It is well with us. Rotarian Olúwọlé, Eastern Texas. Wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì àti nǹkan panu. I extend my greetings to mom. bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni mọ́ mi Bímbọ́ Caroline wọ́n ní àkàrà di egun ẹ̀ ṣeun. Alájà Modina Solomon lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí wọ́n ní better good for Ghanaian president. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ rí owó tán fẹ́ fún $300 million mà ní. Mo níbi tí Nàìjíríà ti ń ya $500 million kiri. Wọ́n bá fún Nàìjíríà ó tiẹ̀ ti gba tiẹ̀ àti àní gbọ́n kankan. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni at Madras Hush and Okanle wọ́n ní person wey no get party. Èwo nù wọn ṣé Peter Obi ó lè jẹ́ wá lọ sọ́dọ̀ mọ́ mi Abala Ògùndọ́là wọ́n ní happy new month Obi and my loving aya greetings to the whole family too. Ilẹ̀ ń sú ilẹ̀ mọ́ ọlọ́jọ́ ń kájọ́ we will get to that land one day by God's grace amen. Love from Mama Dollar wọ́n fi nǹkan panu wọ́n ní ká fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ oṣù ẹ̀mí wa tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ oṣù náà ni ó làjà. At Oyeni Ancestral TV wọ́n tẹ love sí àti nǹkan panu. Bá mi kò síranu wá gbogbo Qatar. Another Kosirano is a counterfeit. When imagine the kind of people they call religion leader in Nigeria. Funny enough, these people know what they are doing. Lagbaj have wife in UK according to Ya Esabod. Kí ni ló yẹ kó lọ? Saudi tàbí Iran ló ibẹ̀ ló yẹ kó ti níyàwó. Arabu ò tiẹ̀ lè fẹ́. Bó ṣe rí yẹn pẹ̀lú àdúró òṣùkà tó wọ́n lè fẹ́ ẹni tí ò dòṣùkà gan-an wọ́n ti fẹ́ black. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ibà màámi mo ti dé number 1 wọ́n ní adúpẹ́ àṣírí títú gbogbo àgbáyé ti mọ àwọn òṣìkà àṣebi àtìlẹ́yìn alátìlẹ́yìn agbésùmọ̀mí afẹ̀míṣòfò. Ó lọ sanwó rọ̀bìrọ̀bì owó lọ́bì wípé kí US action Àkànbí olódòdẹ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ insecurity. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni àtòyẹmí Sàlámọ́ mi ní inú Tinubu ló ń bí ṣòrẹ́ o. Ìwé mélòó ni Buhari kà? Ìwé mélòó ni Ọbásanjọ́ kà? Àti gbogbo àwọn tó ti ṣe ìjọba nílùú Nàìjíríà wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀fù sí a. Àtọmọ́táyà kínú sí wọn ní Obi ìkan náà ni àwọn ọlọ́jẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà recycling ni àwọn ọlọ́jẹ̀lú wọn yọ lọ́rùn gbogbo yín dájọ́ yín kù sí dẹ́dẹ́. Mọ́mí tó yan adé wọn ní Obi tí àǹtí àìbá ganu sí balẹ̀ alágbó tẹ̀sán lórí tèmú Ibà Valentinos ọkọ̀ sísí màmá àti ọkọ̀ ọmọ ìmìlẹ̀ ń ké sí o jẹ́ ìyẹ̀gẹ́ apá kan. Ẹ kú ètò ọlọ́mọ ọlọ́run ní tó mo ká àyà wọn ní kí o Yorùbá nation no going back ní kíákíá wọn tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì àti nǹkan panu ǹjẹ́ ìṣẹ́ láti Canada kọ́ yẹn. Mami Queen Christiana Sheba mo mísì ọlọ́run ọba mọ̀ ó ní Obi ẹ̀kú iṣẹ́ òní ohun kí gbogbo ilé aláyọ̀ àkú ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ oṣù tuntun á tù wá lára mi o Yorùbá nation no going back. Mama Sheba from Minnesota USA wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì àmúra gbàdo mo rí ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ tán ti bóde dajì àti nǹkan panu. Mami Riscott Adigun mú kí yín mẹ́wọ̀n ọ̀pẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi wọ́n ti bú sẹ́rìn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni kò sírànù wá wọ́n ní my summary of today's news. Nigeria is a crime scene. Its government is evil. Even Libya that doesn't have real government is not this evil and disorganized. Libya ọmọ tí ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì láti bàtàn ti pa Gaddafi lóòótọ́. Bámi Rábíù ọlọ́pàá dé wọ́n ní ọ̀rọ̀ dorí akáyàn àkàrà déégún ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bá mi o wọ́n mọ̀ rí ọgbọ́n yín fi sára rin dín. Mọ́mí Lújẹ̀sà Elizabeth oyin ní àbá mi síkọ́ o wọ́n ní Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bobby ìrìà ìbà ìbò iná ní ìbà ìmọ̀ ara ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o bàbá oníwèé ẹ máa ṣe èèwọ̀ èèwé o wọ́n ní ẹ kú ewu oṣù tuntun oṣù ayọ̀ ní àmì o wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì àti nǹkan panu Oòduà nation no going back. Mọ́mí Janet Adégbẹ̀dẹ̀ wọ́n ní Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bobby aláyọ̀ mọ́mí ọ̀fọ̀ òní báyìí ẹ̀yin náà aláyọ̀ lẹ́yìn náà wọ́n ní gbogbo ẹbí aláyọ̀ yìí ojú òní tiwa àmì Ọlọ́run agbẹ̀san wa lára àwọn tí ń fìyà jẹ wá o ojú máa tì wọ́n àṣẹ Èdùmàrè ọmọ olódòdẹ pé ìgbésẹ̀ láti pín ìlú yẹn o ìlú lé o kò máa sówó lóde olódòdẹ wọ́n ní ẹ tún Nàìjíríà ṣe fún àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù wọ́n fi nǹkan kan ránṣẹ́ sí àwò bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni mọ́mí Anna Àyànsọ́lá wọ́n ní Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bobby ẹ̀kú ètò àwàdà pọ̀ àyáǹkọ́ àyáwá o Ọlọ́run ní tó wọ́n mi yọ yẹn kò ní yẹ ẹ̀lẹ́ wọ́n gbádùn. At Bello Modo bá mi ní ẹ ṣeun ẹ̀kú ètò Ọlọ́run wọ́n ní kí wọ́n ní ẹ ṣeun ẹ̀kú ètò àwakọ́lá ń tó. Máàmí Mosúnmọ́lá Olíwò tìmì nìkan wọ́n ní Àtíkù ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó wà lórí Buhari ta ni yóò wẹ̀ kúrò lórí àrọmọdọ́mọ rẹ gbogbo ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú Nàìjíríà ẹkún ló máa gbẹ̀yìn ọ̀rọ̀ yín lágbára Ọlọ́run torí ìkànnì ó dàrọ̀ ògbó ilé àwọn ìbínú tán wọ́n mi yọ yẹ̀yìn mo rí lọ́ọ̀fù tó gbọ́mọpọ̀ tẹ́ fi ránṣẹ́ sí a o. àti watermelon at Ọlọ́ládé Adéyẹmọ Ọlọ́ládé Miyànṣàkẹ́ wọ́n ní Dangote please not Dangote company all top office holders are behind Dangote refinery so we should not worry ourselves about that. Okay. At Queen Esther wow last year mo mọ̀ ti gbúrò yín nínú comment section last wọ́n ní rice television kọ́ ẹ̀wà television ní aláìmọ̀kan. Mọ́ọ̀mí Adésọlá Ọládèjì wọ́n láwọn fara wọn ní baba ńlá arọ́ ní ìyàwó rẹpẹtẹ wọ́n ní ìyá rẹpẹtẹ ní o àwọn bàbá wa mọ ohun tí wọ́n rí tí wọ́n fi ń fẹ́ ìyàwó méjì bí oore ibẹ̀ pọ̀ ju aburú ibẹ̀ lọ wọ́n ní ó fẹ́ ìyàwó kan kò pé kí ọmọ ní ọ̀tá olóye lóye wọ́n ní kì í ṣògbó wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì à. Bá mi orí ọlá orí wọ́n ní àyà bá mi sọ fún Obi pé mi ò láìkí fídíò Lágbàjì tó sẹ́ǹsì mi yẹn o ó rí ti Sisi Alágbo tó fi lime ginger àti garlic ṣe kò sẹ́ǹdì irú ẹ̀ yẹn there's God o ó lè ní Abíọ́dún àti OGD àwọn aláìlójútì lẹ́lánú pé wọ́n bá mi sán jà yín lólè èmi ò sí ń bẹ́ o mo bá yín jíṣẹ́ yín o orí ọlá orí from Dallas Texas aláwọn ọmọ Ogun State láwọn láìkí iṣẹ́ wọn. Mọ́ọ̀mí Dorcas Olúwatúnmiṣe mo ti dọ́dọ̀ yín wọn ní Àtíkù kò jẹ̀bi ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ kí ló ṣe Tinubu tí kò lè mú àwọn sponsora Fúlàní tó ń ṣe ìjọba pẹ̀lú àbí one party lè dá ogun lẹ̀ Nàìjíríà o please turn over. Wọ́n ní X-Man sì ní ìfẹ́ sí X-Lady wọn kò lè fira wọn lẹ̀ o kí alárédè ní sùúrù ni o ìtàn irin gbígbóná ní mú ajá ó léwu fún ọmọdé kò sí ẹ̀kọ́ ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣeun mọ́ mi o. At Ọmọ́táyọ̀ Akínúsì wọ́n ní Obi ìtàn burúkú ni ẹni tó kọ ìwé alájá tó ń fi irin gbóná sí wọn ajá òpònú ìkà aláìníláàkáyè ní olùkọ̀wé náà ó gbàm. Wọ́n mi tó yẹn dé oyè wọ́n ní Obi thank you too ma. Ibadó Adébẹ̀ everyday I think Nigeria policemen need mental health and brain check before enlisted into military forces. Some of them acting like monster tó ń pa àwọn aráàlú like chicken. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni báàmì Ọmọ́táyọ̀ Akínúsì wọ́n ní Obi Sòrẹ́ kò ní nísinmi o ẹ sọ fún un kó gbẹnu dákẹ́ gbogbo àwọn ti àtijọ́ níbo ni gbogbo owó tí ìjọba fún each state fún security wà nǹkan kan náà ni gbogbo wọn àwọn àfẹnujá géètì. Àti unique baby girl wọ́n ní ṣé kò sí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ní ìlú yẹn ni tó jẹ́ pé àwọn tó ti fẹ́ kó ẹrù sí kòtò nìkan wọn ọ̀dẹ̀ rí nǹkan kan ṣe wọ́n kàn ń da ilé rú Ọlọ́run mọ́ dájọ́ fún gbogbo wọn. At Michael Junior wọ́n ní èmi tó yà Michael also known as Hallelujah láti Surulere Ìbàdàn má bí wọ́n mú un jẹ yín ẹ tún ti fẹ́ Alágbo sí ìṣirọ́ o n ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ o tó mú ní ẹ̀yìn máa ṣe kì í ṣe 3 sọ̀mù náà kọ èmi mọ̀ wípé ìyàwó 210 lẹ́ máa fẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní kí ẹlẹ́yà lọ jókòó 210 ó dáa mo ti gbọ́ Fẹ́lá gan òfẹ́ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ mélòó ni gbogbo ìyàwó Fẹ́lá àtọ Ọmọlára màmí ni ó Bọ́bí ibà ayápè mi lẹ̀ ń ké sí màmí àpò òṣòṣò tó oṣù ayọ̀ ni yóò jẹ́ fún gbogbo wa mi ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ òye àti ohun iyọ̀ tí ẹ fi ń kọ́ ìròyìn aládùn pàápàá late Barry Wonder ṣé tí wa nídìílé aláyọ̀ yìí kò ní kan àmì o mo rọ́gẹ̀dẹ̀ mo rí kiwi láti Canada. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni àti Olúyẹmísì Abẹ́gúndé wọ́n ní ọ̀rọ̀ kò dùn lẹ́nu Àtíkù ìran Fúlàní apànìyàn that allegedly supported the stoning of Deborah Samuel by a terrorist classmate. He later deleted his tweet on that matter. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo rántí ó sáré parẹ́ ni ní wọ́n ń pariwo ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọmọ Nàìjíríà lọ́rùn olódódẹ lọ́rùn tiẹ̀ ń kọ́ àbí lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ rẹ̀ gan. Mọ́ọ̀mí Yẹmí Ìgè wọ́n ní ojú ni alákọ̀ọ́fin sọ́rí kò síbi tí àti képe Ọlọ́run tí kò dáhùn o kí wọ́n yé lọ ìṣọ́ òru mọ́ àwọn tó lọ ìṣọ́ ọ̀sán gan bẹ̀rù ẹ̀mí ò láàrọ̀. Mọ́ọ̀mí Títílayọ̀ Ìbánjí ìyáálé gbogbogbò wọ́n ní Gàmbàrí pa Fúlàní kò lẹ́jọ́ nú adúrú àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tí wọ́n kó ṣé wọ́n fò ní ẹ máa para yín lọ Buhari ti dá yín lókòwò abẹ́ẹ̀rí. Mọ́ọ̀mí Mosúnmọ́lá Olúwo tèmi nìkan wọ́n ní Bọ́bí mi ẹ̀lúlù Ṣèyí Mákindé tó fẹ́ rọ òjò orí ara rẹ̀ ni yóò rọ̀ lé o bẹ́ẹ̀ la máa fi wọ́n pa wẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́ alias wẹ́dẹ̀wẹ̀dẹ̀. Mọ́ọ̀mí Búsẹ́ẹ̀lì Yorùbá Nation ti dé bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ Bọ́bí máa jayé ẹni so wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀sì abẹ́ náà ni mo rí pineapple. Mọ́ọ̀mí Stella Ogunbàjò wọ́n ní Àtíkù ọ̀rọ̀ òdùn lẹ́nu ìyá olè o ẹ lọ kó ra yín jókòó síbì kan jọ̀ọ́ kí ló dé gan ṣé dandan ni kí o sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Mọ́ọ̀mí Stella Odele wọ́n bú sẹ́rìn wọ́n ní Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bọ́bí wàhálà yín pọ̀ kílẹ̀ tún gbọ́ kílẹ̀ rí wọ́n bú sẹ́rìn wọ́n tẹ lọ́ọ̀bù sí a mọ́ọ̀mí nú ẹ̀mí. Orí mi èwo ní í ṣe o ẹlẹ́dàá mi èwo ní í ṣe orí mi èwo ní í ṣe o ẹlẹ́dàá mi èwo ní í ṣe àárín nílẹ̀ inú ń bẹ lẹ́ṣin o orí mi èwo ní í ṣe. orin yẹn ó fẹ́ wá ní orin bàbá Barrister ni. ó dáa mú kí káàbọ̀ padà bó lójú ọjọ́ sí àjàsí yín dáadáa ẹ wá nǹkan jókòó lé. Thank God this Friday mo jẹ́rìí mọ̀mọ́ mi Victoria Bàdéjọ wọ́n ti kó wáìnì jọ wọ́n ti àìsí ẹ̀ wọ́n wá kó tá a fi mọ́ lò wọ́n á kó sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀ mọ́ mi Fúnmilọ́lá Bello àwọn náà wọ́n supply wà láwọn chicken kankan tá a fi lò ó dá ẹ wá nǹkan jókòó lé ẹ jókòó dáadáa. Thank God this Friday, today is weekend, Saturday tó bá máa dáa, Jímọ̀ láti mọ̀, gbogbo Sunday tó bá máa jóná gẹ́gẹ́ bí orin Pàṣọ fẹ́rẹ́fẹ́ yóò wá máa ṣe bí ẹni pé nǹkan kan ń jẹ àjẹ wọ́n ní Sunday rẹ̀ tí Sunday ó bá dáa Saturday láti mọ̀. ó dáa o báyìí bá wà bọ́ bá dilẹ̀ ó bá dénú yẹn bá pín fáwọn olólùfẹ́ yín. Ìmọ̀ràn yín náà ṣe kókó kó mọ́ ju 5 lines lọ ẹ máa bá fi sọwọ́ sí àyà ẹ ti jókòó ti wá nǹkan tẹ́ mọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ àjìjà. ó dáa yọ ìyá kò ní yẹlẹ̀ ní alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ nù ìtàkùn ọ̀fẹ́ lójú ọ̀dọ̀ Dangote là ń lọ o. àwọn engineers tàn sáàkì lọ́jọ́ sí ó ti pè wọ́n padà o. mo sọ fún yín lánàá pé ọ̀gá kan tí wọ́n mú nílé iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ táàrí olódòdẹ tán fi sípò NMDPRA ọ̀gá wọn bẹ̀ mo ti mọ̀ wípé all case settled ni. wọ́n ní Dangote Petroleum Refinery has approved the recall of engineers early redeployed across its business unit in what management described as conditional pardon following disciplinary action linked to operational disruptions. ṣé ẹ mọ̀ wípé ó ní wọ́n fẹ́ sabotage òun gbà náà àwọn yẹn sì sọ pé àwọn ò sabotage ẹ̀ wípé bó làwọn ò ṣe ní lè join ẹgbẹ́ union tó wọ àwọn fẹ́ join ẹgbẹ́ union òṣìṣẹ́ láwọn kí wọ́n bá wọn béèrè ráìtì àwọn olódìjà lọ́jọ́ sí o tó fi sáàkì wọn nígbà tí ó sì máa tún pè wọ́n padà kò pè wọ́n padà sí ìdí petroleum wọ́n ló pè wọ́n padà sí ó gbé àwọn kan lọ sí ìdí ṣúgà gbogbo wọn náà kọ́ ló pè padà ó sì ti dá wọn padà sí ìdí petroleum. The development conveyed in an internal memo to staff on Thursday signals a shift in the company's approach as it balances discipline with operational continuity at Africa's largest single-train refinery. In a new memo signed by the Group Vice President, Oil and Gas, Devakuma Edwin, the decision followed an extensive internal review and a series of appeals from stakeholders, respected individuals, and the affected engineers. Edwin, however, didn't state the number of staff recalled. The company said the earlier sanctions were necessary to safeguard operations and enforce corporate standards, but noted that it had now resolved to offer the affected staff another opportunity. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ńkọ́ n tó mú ìjọba olódòdó kì í mọ̀ ṣe nǹkan kékeré ni ìjọba olódòdó ṣe fún Dangote nínú ìjọba rẹ̀ yìí kì í mọ̀ ṣe nǹkan kékeré. Dangote máa jẹ́ jùmùlá lọ yàtọ̀ sí kó gbogbo lọ́wọ́ NNPC tán rògbòlò NNPC gan tó wá ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Dangote 210 tí wọ́n ń wá lọ́jọ́ sí wọn tí rí o wọ́n ní in 2 weeks wọ́n ti sọ̀mọ́ọ̀nù fọ́mà kìíní wọn Mele Kyari wọ́n expect ẹ̀ nílé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin in 2 weeks wọ́n ní kọ́lọ́ ń jó wa kí lẹ̀ ń dúró fún 2 weeks fún so travel ni ẹni báyìí ti sí passport yẹ kí ni ẹ tún waste time sí. ó rẹ̀ ẹjá tẹ̀wájú àròjọ musolókun ẹjá wá sáré dé ọ̀dọ̀ Minister of Mine òpẹ́ta àti gbúrò rẹ̀ níbi tá a ti gbọ́ wọ́n sọ wípé Carter Bridge tóun lọ wò lọ́jọ́ sí tóun sọ fún yín pé ó ti ń mì lábẹ́ wọn náà fẹ́ wò palẹ̀ báyìí o àwọn sì ti kówó dé mo ní owó dé onírin 548.98 billion naira na fẹ́ ná. When the federal government has approved the complete demolition and reconstruction of Carter Bridge in Lagos at the cost of Iyeta-Adakoyin, the approval came after independent investigations confirmed that the iconic structures, underwater piles and pipe caps had deteriorated beyond repair. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, announced the approval after Thursday Federal Executive Council meeting. Umahi said the decision followed investigations conducted in 2013 and 2019. Wọ́n ṣèkan orí ẹ̀ náà ní fẹ́rẹ́ jogi 2023 wọ́n lòun ló wá dífá wípé báyìí ti ṣetán láti wó palẹ̀ àwọn fẹ́ kọ́ mi ní o kì wá sóun nìkan ó kan Minister of Aviation náà fọ́nrán rẹ̀ wà náà wáyá ẹ bá ń tẹ̀sí ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n fẹnu ara wọn fún wa ní details kó wọ́n dọ̀là kí wọ́n sọ wípé àwọn ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́.
We now convocated stakeholders engagement and all the technical people, experts all over the country and even those with vice president all agreed that we could not redeem Carter Bridge and it has to be completely demolished and rebuilt. And CCCC won the contract, 548.98 billion. So we're going to have a brand new, Carter Bridge with very extensive, navigational waterway of 105 meters by 2. And so there will be a lot of improvement.
Council also approved 2 memos for the aviation sector.
I can happily tell you that this government has resolved that issue, a 20-year-old dispute, once and for all. Council today approved the terms of the agreement we reached with Babalaki as to settle all the vexed issues surrounding that airport. Immediately after today, the federal government will now begin to earn its own share from the operations of MM2. This will be an SPV that will be wholly run by the private sector, that the private sector will invest in. In fact, we have ready investors already. They are just be waiting for this FEC approval. And of course, backed by governments, by which we can get aircraft into the country under one SPV.
One is the Lagos Green Line Rail Project Phase 1A. The second one is Kano State Metro City Rail Project. And the third one is Kaduna State Light Rail Project.
Ó dọ̀ náà lẹ́tí báyẹn ò mi ò wá mọ̀ bóyá owó wà nílẹ̀ o àbí wọ́n sì fẹ́ lọ yá owó ní o kò yé mi o wọ́n rówó yá o ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà tẹ́ lówó lókè òkun ẹ̀yin diaspora wọ́n ní ẹ wá yàn lò ó mo ń sí ẹni o ẹ jẹ́ wá dé Bahrain ní ibo ni Bahrain wà gan wọ́n ní lára àwọn Middle East countries náà ni mo wá ní kí ló dé tí wọ́n revoke citizenship àwọn ẹ̀sán náà fẹ́ mọ̀ sí bí Amẹ́ríkà ni wọ́n ní rárá wọ́n ní àwọn tó ń revoke citizen wọn yìí wọ́n ní wọ́n fẹ̀sùn kàn wọ́n wípé apologist mo ní ẹ̀sùn tí Ọ̀gbẹ́ni funny thing kan fi kan Alhaji Hamzat Oríyọmí nìyẹn pé òun ò pè wọ́n ní terrorist o wípé ṣùgbọ́n apologist fún terrorist nìyẹn wípé ẹni tó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lecture pé ṣé mo mọ̀ tó máa pọ̀ mo ní gbẹ́nu ẹ̀ sọ̀hún ẹlẹ́nu rírùn jẹ́ ń ka ibi tá ìròyìn tá ń bá bọ̀ jàre. Wọ́n ní orílẹ̀-èdè Bahrain ti revoke citizenship ìwé ìgbélú kọ́ ìwé onílù gangan ọ̀tọ̀ ni ìwé ìgbélú ọ̀tọ̀ ni ìwé ìgbélú ọ̀tọ̀ ni ìwé onílù ìwé onílù gangan mọ́ onílù. Wọ́n ní 69 69 ní gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n revoke citizen wọn. Mo ní kí ló dé wọ́n ní wọ́n sympathize pẹ̀lú Iran pé hostility Iran àti ìwà àìbìkítà fún ẹ̀mí èèyàn náà ń ju àwọn kọ́ làwọn ṣẹ̀wọ̀n kí ló dé tó ń ju àdó olóró mo ní sàn jù dé Bahrain náà ni wọ́n ṣá ti revoke citizenship àwọn 69 wọ́n ní wọ́n yìí ṣe ọmọ Bahrain gangan tí wọ́n wá naturalize ni. Wọ́n ní the ministry said the 69 people included accused individuals and their family members and they were all of non-Bahrain origin. Ṣàánú wọn fún wọn níwèé onílùú. The Bahrain nationality has been revoked from those individuals for glorifying or sympathizing with the hostile Iran act or engaging in contact with the external party, the ministry said. It said the revocations had been carried out in accordance with the royal directives from the King Ahmad bin Isa Al Khalifa and were based on Article 10.3 of the Bahrain Nationality Law. The article provides for the revocation of citizenship in cases of causing harm to the interest of the kingdom or acting in a manner that contradicts the duty of loyalty to it. Wọ́n láwọn rí wọn as loyal citizen mọ́. Ẹni tán bá fún níwèé ìgbélú àwọn ló gbọ́dọ̀ ní loyalty sí 100% kì í ṣe àwọn ọ̀daràn. Saeed Ahmed Al-Wadai, Advocacy Director at the Britain-based Bahrain Institute for Rights and Democracy, BIRD, condemned the move, calling it the beginning of a dangerous era of repression and saying the decisions were imposed without legal safeguards or any right of appeal. Wọ́n láwọn làwọn nílùú, wọ́n lè appeal, ní táwọn fẹ́ làwọn ti ṣe yẹn o wípé ogun Iran bá ojú bá imú gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ àwọn níjọba wọn ní àwọn missiles kan wọ́n sì èsì wọ Bahrain náà pé sáwọn ṣẹ̀wọ̀n ni àwọn ò ṣe Iran àwọn ò dá sí kí wọ́n ń tàwọn bẹ̀ kí ni tàwọn yòókù náà tẹ̀ ń ju àdó olóró sí ebi tó ara tó fà tí UAE fi kó nu ẹgbẹ́ OPEC ni tí Nàìjíríà fi rówó yá kí ni ó ń spill káàkiri ni ó bá ojú ó bá inú wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ náà bí o wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ dáadáa. France tí ẹ̀ máa ń fojoojúmọ́ revoke citizenship ni wọ́n bá ti lọ involve nínú protest tí ó kàn ọ́ torí pé wọ́n ti gbà ó ti naturalize ọ̀wọ́ àwọn rè gbé blanca ọ̀rẹ́ mọ̀ dáná sí kiri àwọn Arab yẹn sì mọ̀ ṣe dáadáa wọ́n revoke ẹ̀ dànù ẹ̀ kóra yín sọ̀rọ̀ àfẹ́yìn lò wá. Ó dẹ̀ já kó bẹ́ẹ̀ já tẹ̀wájú ẹja wáyà lọ́dọ̀ ọ̀pẹ́ bolo olóhùn gbígbọ́n níbi tó ti ganu sí máìkì wípé Obi cannot even deliver Anambra. What happened in 2023 won't happen in 2027 pé tó ń fọwọ́ lálẹ̀ pé òun lòun ìní èkó àmú ni wọ́n ní àwòtọ́ ni èmi ò mọ́tẹ́dọ́ oṣù mọ́tẹ́kù èmi rò pé Obi lè rí irú ọwọ́ yẹn mú lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹ sì mọ̀ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn aláfẹ̀yìntì rẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọ́n ti padà lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o ṣùgbọ́n èrò sì pọ̀ nínú àwọn ẹgbẹ́ obedient lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára o lọ́rọ̀ kan wọn àsálẹ̀ Buhari olódùdẹ mọ́nì ìsìn wípé one party system nìkan náà fẹ́ dálẹ̀ ẹjẹ́ àlọ́sọ̀rọ̀ pẹ́ mo lò ẹjẹ́ àgbọ̀n tó fẹ́ sọ.
I've done election in the past. When I contested for Senate, I didn't had a single talk following me. When I contested under the last election, under governorship, there was no single talk following me. I'm just talking about 2024 here. No single talk. My only was even kid. Have you forgotten? I only told Obi last time, I said, please, whenever you are coming, because of the hostile environment in this state, when you came last time, people died because money was given to thugs. On the point of sharing, they started killing themselves. So when you want to come, let me know so that I will provide you with security. Where did I go wrong? I'm trying to protect him. And I'm telling you, I know nothing about what is happening to them.
Speaking,
let me tell you.
When was any citizen informed you before they come into your state?
When you were coming, did you not tell me?
Because I have a job to do, I wanted to interview you.
Let me tell you, reason why he is a VIP. And for him to be protected here, so that things that happen will not happen. He needs to let me know so that I will provide security. The police are there, the DSS are there. It's costly.
Are you afraid of the opposition?
What should I be afraid of them when I'm doing what the people want? I'm doing what the people want.
Peter Obi is the nemesis of your party.
No, Peter Obi, look at him in his state. Can he even deliver his state? What happened in the past cannot happen now.
Why not?
Because you have a working governor in Edo State. And people love him.
So if President Tinubu or the APC wins in Edo State, and that becomes the only state that president can win, do you think that the president has the popularity enough to win?
My brother, we have 31 states or 32 states right now. If president is not doing well, I don't think all those governors will move to APC. And let me tell you, President Tinubu is popular. I don't know where you are getting that theory from, that President Tinubu is not popular. He's the most popular person right now in Nigeria.
Did you do a survey to know that?
I'm telling you. I just told you that 32 governors are now in APC. Why are they coming? Who used Kane to flog them to come into APC? Nobody.
What did your colleagues say that they told them before they came?
Nobody told them to come. They decided to come. I spoke to one or two governors. I said, why are you joining us? They said, well, we have never had it this good. That is why they decided to say, yes, we must work with this man. We want him to come back second time so that he can perfect what he has started.
But the opposition doesn't think that
the opposition, yes, brother, let me tell you.
I think that security, the economy, a lot of issues that bedevil this country has happened under this government, and this government doesn't deserve to be re-elected. The sentiments and those who believe that this government doesn't deserve to be re-elected are there. Are you going to be able to discard those?
Let me tell you, these people, they continue to contest every elections. And they believe that they are not the one doing it, you are not doing it right. So nobody can do it right as far as they are alive, as far as they are dead, as far as they are strong. So by President Tinubu has beat their imagination. You know there are so many tough decisions taken by this president that no man has been able to take in this country that is benefiting Nigeria today. Let's talk about the removal of fuel subsidy. Who could have the courage to do that?
To get votes from?
From Edo State.
How?
Let me tell you, Shane, you were on the street with me for just how many minutes? You can hear people shouting 2.5 million votes. Am I the one shouting? It's already on the street. Everybody is coming to vote for Asewaju that day.
The people of Edo State will vote for Bola Tinubu because of Okwebolo.
Because of the work we are doing. Because of the money Tinubu is releasing to us to work for him. And that is what you are seeing on the street. It has never happened in Edo State like this before. You know that it's the evil people that creating this insecurity. The more the president tried to stop them, the more, because election is coming, they are bringing them out. They are sponsoring them to come out.
So the insecurity we are seeing today is motivation.
Yes, of course. Are you not aware of this?
Is that a fact?
It's a fact.
That the
opposition are using them.
For what purpose?
Just to make sure that people will say, this president is not doing well.
First, Obaseki, when he became governor, I think during his second term, he belonged to the People's Democratic Party. He started as a member of the All Progressives Congress, and then in 2020, he became a member of the People's Democratic Party. Hence, a conflict between him and Senator Adams Oshiomhole, who vowed at that time, in collaboration with Governor Okwebolo, to deliver Edo State to the APC. So the contest at that time, you will not expect that Governor Obaseki will go and work for the opposition party. That clarification is important. This is without prejudice to the fact that Governor Okwebolo, who is now there on the platform of the APC, he won the election on the platform of the APC, has the right to express his opinion. like all of us, he has the right. We don't have to challenge him on the basis of partisanship. And he has been very clear in this regard in saying that he's a supporter of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and that whatever he is achieving for the benefit of the people of Edo State is because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been supporting him. He has said that, so many times, repeatedly. And then he goes on television and he says his commitment. And he has said so also before now that he will deliver APC for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He and the party chairman of the APC, they've been quoting figures, 2 million votes, 2.5 million votes. Even if the number of voters, legitimate voters in Edo State is not up to the kind of figures they've been quoting. But what he and the APC in Edo State have been expressing is their loyalty to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And there's something to be said about that. The only subtext that will bring up here is that it's the people of Edo State that should be given the free playing field to make their own choice. The people of Edo State should not vote because this is what the governor wants or this is what a particular political party wants. On election day, the enabling conditions should be provided for the people to choose. And the choice of the people should be respected, under every circumstance. Right. But as for his personal opinions, as governor, as a citizen, as a concerned party, is absolutely in order to express his own views. We are also in order, if we so choose, to disagree with him. But let's see the election. Free, fair, no violence, no hanky-panky, and let the people of Edo State decide.
Simple. Free and fair elections. Of course.
Okay, good. So, yes, opinions are free, but facts are very sacred. That's why they call me empirical facts. I want to see where he's going to get the 2.5 million votes from. You see, people should not be deceiving themselves. What's the population of Edo State? 5 million. Population of registered voters, last figure, 2.6 million. So is he saying, out of 2.6 million registered voters, only 100,000 will vote for opposition, 2.5 will vote for. So is he saying that the 2.5 million, they're about registered voters, or the 2.2 million people that collected their PVC,
and I think have 100%
will come out to vote? What he's saying is factually incorrect. So let's stop all this overexcitement, partisan jumping around, mumbo jumbo. Because in the last election, I'm going to give you the data of what happened in the last election. Yes, in the last election cycle, you only had a sizable number of those people come out to vote. I think there was just about 600 and something thousand people. They were the accredited voters, and the final valid vote was about over 500,000. So in a place where accredited voter was over 600,000, final valid vote over 500,000, and you see all of a sudden you want to jump to 2.5 million, that's mathematical inconsistency. Ask Mr. Okpebolo himself, how many votes did he use to win the election? Did he get up to 2 million votes to win the election in Edo State? So please, people can get excited and be talking when they're excited, but fact is not your mates. It will humble you. Second fact, with due respect, I think it is very, very annoying, to say the least, when people try to shave our hair in our own absence. The reason why Peter Obi won in Edo State was that there was an Obi wave that swept. Is it because the governor of Delta was not performing when he was vice presidential candidate of the state of the ballot of Atiku Abubakar that Peter Obi beat him to in Delta States? So the Bayelsa, Anambra, and other parts. Oh, let me even give him so the Lagos Peter Obi won is because Sanwo-Olu was not performing. If you want to extend his logic, it's because the governor of Edo State was not performing. That's why Peter Obi won. Right. So the Lagos, the President Tinubu's home states, that Peter Obi beat President Tinubu in the last election, it was because Sanwo-Olu was not performing, because Sanwo-Olu was not performing that day. No, there was an obedient wave. We are political watchers. The third one I want to debunk, I think for the life of me, Governor Okpebolo should apologize to Nigerians. Should apologize to the people that have been kidnapped in Ekiti. And they're asking $1 billion ransom and a pastor was killed. Should apologize to people in Woro. Should apologize to people that have been faced with insecurity because of this narrative, insensitive narrative change by saying it's the opposition that is causing all of this mayhem. It is the failure of the state to rein in all of this that is happening. And I would like to challenge Governor Okpebolo, give us your empirical facts that it is the opposition that is causing all of this. See, we can play politics. I use many other things to play politics. Let's not mitigate the pain and suffering of people. You see, when you do that, you lose me. It's not fair. As we speak today, people from Ekiti are still in kidnappers den. They've asked for 1 billion. We've even lost count of people in kidnappers den. So, since Boko Haram insurgency started, from the killing of Mohammed Yusuf in 2009, it's opposition that was driving it then, Abi. It's opposition that allowed people who were killed in Agwa Rukuba. It's opposition.
Ẹ wo bí Dr. Abati ṣe ń wò, ó ń gba lecture lọ́wọ́ Rufai òsì ni. Ó dá Rufai, ìwọ náà ti sọ argument rẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n bá a fẹ́ bá a kọ̀, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn opposition yìí náà wọ́n sá sábẹ́ opposition àwọn bad element láàrin wọn lóòótọ́ ẹja gbọ́ díẹ̀ lẹ́nu Dr. Abati o.
Or the chairman of the party says, we are going to deliver something, million votes and all of that. Yeah, that may be part of political rhetoric. It may be hyperbolic. But the truth that Nigerians should know is that anybody can quote any figure. The governor of a state or the chairman of a party has no control over INEC voters register. Right. It is INEC that will say this is the number of registered voters. These are the numbers we came up with, and these are the people who validly voted. Right. So if a politician can quote whatever figure,
ẹ wo bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe ń wo at the end of the day gbogbo ọgbọ́n gbogbo ìmọ̀ gbogbo doctorate tí Dr. Abati náà ní kó wọ́n jẹ́ pé Rufai Oseni ni ó useless yẹ fún wọn nítorí gbogbo tó ń sọ ìbò lẹ́sìn mọ́ sọ wípé anybody can quote any number for what anybody can quote any number kan wá máa fi parọ́ fáwọn aráàlú pé wọ́n ń tan olódòdó ẹni ń bẹ̀yẹn náà 2.5 ibo ló ti fẹ́ rí òun náà mọ̀ pé òun ò lè rí yíwá ní gbogbo ariwo tán pa kiri kí láriwo ṣùgbọ́n tèmi fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí náà ni supposition lọ́wọ́ nù kíní àbọ̀n lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ̀ there are so many elements of opposition tán lọ́wọ́ lórí kíní torí wọ́n ti ń fohùn lẹ́gàn ní ìsìn wípé bí olódòdó ò bá jẹ́ kí ADC wà lórí ballot àwọn ò bá gbogbo nǹkan jẹ́ nǹkan ò ní sẹnu re wọ́n fi politics náà wọ́n fi ń wá insecurity o ṣùgbọ́n ṣe wá rí ọ̀bùn rí kó ọkọ̀ ti ràn mọ́ àwọn tó jẹ́ ruling party náà àwọn náà wá ń lò wọ́n fi ń ṣe politics wípé aláwọn opposition ni gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ lọ opposition o gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá tó bá jọ opposition ni kí ló dé tẹ́ ẹ̀ mú wọn gbà yẹn kí ló dé tẹ́ ẹ̀ tẹ́wọ́ pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ pé opposition ni kí ló dé tẹ́ ẹ̀ mú àbí nígbà téèyàn bá mọ̀ pé opposition ló ń pa àwọn èèyàn sínú lọ́rùn tó fẹ́ kàn ba ìṣèjọba ń jẹ́ ṣé bí yóò mú wọn so bẹ̀lẹ́ ti mọ̀ wípé irú kan abẹ́rẹ́ bí tá a tún padà sí gbogbo summary ẹ̀ náà ni irú kan ọbẹ̀ kan ní gbogbo wọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n ń pa àwọn family tí wọ́n lùsì ẹ̀mí wọn àwọn lè mí pìtì ṣùgbọ́n àwọn family náà ni ó jáde padà wọ́n á tún wá dìbò ṣé mi wàá ní kọ́mọ́dì ni ẹ dì ó right yìí ni.
Exactly, and as we talk about insecurity, it's a good segue into the next story, which is from Kwara State, where new details from the NGO Amnesty International allege that at least 150 Fulanis, mostly children, died while being held for over 3 months by the Nigerian military at the National Youth Service Corps camp in Yikbata. Now, in a new report out on Thursday, the organization is calling on Nigerian authorities to conduct an immediate, independent, and transparent investigation into all of this, as they say that 1,500 Fulanis were moved to this camp after being forced to leave their homes after the uptick in terrorist attacks in the state. Now, this whole report was based on the group's researchers going to this camp. This is what some of what they saw. People saying they've lost their parents, their siblings, their spouses, and kids as they faced overcrowded and unsanitary conditions, acute malnutrition, and disease.
According to Okpebolo's theory, it's politicians that are causing this one too. It's politicians.
Absolutely.
You see how it sounds. Mm-hmm. You see how a failure of a state, people that are in camps, you can't even take care of them.
Right.
Malnourished in such a way.
Incredible.
And Amnesty is talking about it. So it's politicians that are causing it. Even with Mr. Akpabio saying, it's politicians that are causing this one.
It's awful.
Wo Rufai Oseni ìwọ náà ti ń bínú jù kì í sàpàbíò Okpebolo ló fẹ́ kọ ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan kan tó tún ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Kwara lẹ́gbọ́n yẹn o àjọ Amnesty International ló ké gbàjarè síjọba wípé kí wọ́n ṣe iṣẹ́ ìwádìí wípé ńgbà tí àwọn agbébọn àwọn ọkọlọ̀rọ̀ sí yìí tí wọ́n yalu Kwara láwọn agbègbè kan wípé wọ́n fọ́ọ̀sì àwọn Fúlàní tó wà nínú abà nínú oko wọ́n fọ́ọ̀sì wọn kó mẹ́ mo ní kì í sàn nìkan mo ní ìjọba gan lé wọn kúrò ńbẹ̀ nínú oko tá ló fún wọn lẹ́ ńbẹ̀ wọ́n wá ní àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ológun wọ́n wá kó wọn lọ síbì kan yí pátá wọ́n ní lórúkọ tó ń pè bẹ̀ ní káàmpù àwọn NYSC àwọn tí ń ṣe àgùnbánirọ̀ wọ́n ní ṣùgbọ́n wọn tọ́jú wọn àwọn ọmọ tó 150 nú wọn 150 ni wọ́n ti kú àti wípé ó tó 1,000 kan àti 1,500 ìyẹn àwọn ìyá wọn àwọn bàbá wọn tí wọ́n rí kan ṣe kan tán rí tọ́jú. Àyà wa ní ọ̀gá mi ẹmẹ́nu kò ń bẹ mo ní kí ló dé ó lóòwe kan ló sọ sí lọ́kàn pé Gàmbàrí pa Fúlàní kò lẹ̀ jọ́ mo ní ó dáa wá gan èmi gan ò ní nǹkan kan tí mo fẹ́ sọ lé lórí mọ́ nítorí àwọn èèyàn wọn náà ń pa àwọn èèyàn káàkiri so kán padà síbi tán ti ń bọ̀ náà ni kò ní ìdí kan kó wọn sínú NYSC camp kankan kán padà ibo náà gbàdínú oko tán múlẹ̀ sí ṣé lé bàbá wọn ni ṣé lẹ̀ bàbá wọn ni kán padà síbi tán ti ń bọ̀ bó ṣe Mali ni bó ṣe Mauritius ni bó ṣe Burkina Faso kán padà kó ní kálukú padà síbi tó ti ń bọ̀ kò jù bá náà lọ. ó lẹ káàbọ̀ padà ẹja wá sáré yà inú ìròyìn eléyà àmúmọ́lẹ́ẹ̀kan Dèjì Adéyanjú lọ́ọ̀yà VDM gbà kan VDM ti ní lọ́ọ̀yà mi ìfà lọ́ọ̀yà Sowore gan-an ni VDM tún ń lò ní ìsìn. Dèjì Adéyanjú ló bá ganu sí máìkì lórí ẹ̀rọ agbágbé ẹ̀sùn mọ̀pá àwọn èèyàn náà wọ́n ń fojú apologies of APC wò wọ́n ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún APC ni wọ́n fi irú ẹ̀sùn yẹn náà kan Sowore bó ṣe wọ́n fojú Tinubu gbolẹ̀ bó ṣe wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ sí Tinubu tó wọ́n sì ń sọ fún wípé àwọn ògbẹ̀rí rẹ̀ jẹ́ pé APC ní í ṣiṣẹ́ fún òun náà sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ kọ́kọ́ bá ń tẹ́tí Adéyanjú sí níbi tí kan nínú àwọn ọmọ APC tó ti ń ná fún bí owó wọn kíláàsì lórí ẹ̀rọ agbágbé o àwa mọ̀ bóyá Dèjì ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọn lóòótọ́ ni bóyá kò ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọn ẹ bá ń tẹ̀sí ẹja sáré wò kẹ bá ń jó ti Sowore náà mọ́ lápá kan bá a bá dé ká kọ́ntínú ká lọ sọ́dọ̀ olóhùn kẹ̀kẹ́ Wike.
You are just vacuous noise. That's all. You're just a mini-me Omoyele Sowore. So just like the Robin to his Batman. So don't worry.
Thankfully, I'm not nameless. I'm not faceless. And I'm not. I have so much attached to my name.
Not thankfully. Regrettably, you are not. Regrettably, you are not.
You
because
are nameless,
for all you contribute to anything, you might as well be nameless and shameless or faceless or whatever it is you just said. But madam, like I said, they won't let me answer you.
Google Dèjì Adéyanjú.
Thank you for attention.
Yes, you see, they will overrun it because it's a campaign of calumny. That's what is going on, madam. A campaign of calumny. They don't want substance to get through the fog of noise that they create.
You're not substance, though.
You're
not substance, though.
Substantive. No, you are not substance. You are not substantive. Look at lawyer that can speak English.
Nobody will be talking if you were substance. If you were substance, nobody.
No, substantive. If I was substantive, not that. Anyway,
I said if you were any substance, nobody is going to be arguing with you here. Nobody is going to be arguing with you. You are dull, bro. You're very dull.
You know, there's an audience listening, and they form the judgment on who's dull or not.
But
the audience forms the judgment on who's making sense or not.
Vehemently opposing your rubbish.
It doesn't matter now. It's not by numbers. It's by facts. It's not by however people agree or disagree.
This was what you told us about
by facts and substance.
This was what you told us about facts.
It's about logical sequencing.
We asked you
Do you know what that means? Logical sequencing.
You couldn't tell us where the money was.
I told you. I gave you 10. I gave you 10. Even
list 10 things that Tinubu has done since he became
president. I've already just listed them. If I attempt them, you will stop me halfway.
List 10 things. We'll leave you now. List 10 things that Tinubu has done.
All right. So the east-west road that is in the south, that connectivity, one of the most impactful economic
One.
Guys, settle down. You see? Settle down now. Let's settle down. And by the way, people, you can be if you can type on your Google, be fact checking me as I'm speaking. So that's one of the most impactful things in the southeast that's going on, as well as the remapping of the road infrastructural network. Dave Umahi came out just the other day and he ran through a whole exhaust.
Give us
just
this West Road one.
Settle down.
Second one.
So settle down. So you know, I'm not quite sure if you people are. I suspect that a lot of you people might not have experienced.
No, East West Road was done by Buhari, but we agree.
It was not now. That's a lie.
We agree.
People, please speak open.
One man just list them, not to explain.
No, don't worry about that.
There's no project to list. There's no project.
Yes, well, you can say that, but even as you're saying there's no project, your audience are counting in their heads what's going on in the country. So don't worry now. It's not about your subjective agenda to undermine the space.
Oh, please.
There's sufficient enough, like substantive enough. Yes, but because you keep slicing through. So that the audience could not get the impact of the flow.
Go to the meat of the matter.
So yes, of course. And then the most impactful project. There's a dam being built in Ethiopia, which is very important. But the most impactful project going on in Africa.
Who is building a dam in Ethiopia?
The Ethiopians. Guy, just let me speak now. I was actually building to land a point. So, I mean, you consider, like, he continues to claim he's a lawyer. Is this conduct of?
This man no
Is this conduct? Look, there's a, like I was saying, there's a damn.
The man is an intelligent, sick person.
Don't worry about that now, madam. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. You know.
There's nothing intelligent about this guy.
All right. You ask the question, you won't take the answer. That's the thing.
You mentioned one. Where's the 9 others?
Yes, I was building it up, but then you keep chopping it down.
Please get to it quickly.
Right. So as I was saying, there's a dam being built in Ethiopia, which is one of the most important projects going on in Africa. But
but
the most important project going on in Africa right now.
Building the dam in Ethiopia.
No, let me land the point. Then you know you don't have to agree, but let me land now. You know, people want a logical flow to things. They don't want you chopping it up now. You know, is this? It claims to be a lawyer.
Okay, talk fast. You are wasting our time. Talk fast.
Well, yes. Actually, let me stop because you don't want to hear from me. Thank you for listening.
One man just list. You're going to Ethiopia. List the project.
Trying now, but they are not letting me.
One man.
If you are making sense, they will allow you to write them. You are
No,
not
no,
making
it's
sense
not.
of it.
I keep saying it. It is not you that will determine what makes sense now. It is not. It's sense. In sense that
What you are doing here made me remember that Daniel Bwala interview. As in, even Daniel Bwala no do reach you, guy.
don't worry. Don't worry. Mr. I'm a rich man. Mr. I'm a rich man. You know, it's been a long time since I heard anybody call themselves a rich man. It's just look at that. Money from his own bank accounts.
Forget about what Wike is doing in Abuja. We are talking of other
Abuja
states.
is not part of Nigeria.
Only Abuja is not Nigeria. Abuja is not Nigeria. So we have
one man. Let me give you the second.
It doesn't please you that it doesn't please Deji. Deji is not happy that you are admitting Wike is doing well. He hates it.
Removal of first subsidy.
No, there's no doubt about it. If the government are doing well, we are going to say it. Wike is trying in Abuja. Yes, he's doing his best.
No, Deji doesn't want to hear that now because he wants to tell the audience the gullible
if anybody is living in Abuja,
the most transformational project going on in Africa right now is the Lagos Calabar Superhighway. And when Tinubu promised you a 1 trillion naira economy, hold on. What that is all of the economists tell us. All of the economists tell us this. Even Madam Ngozi said it. Everybody that knows how
it was inflated 20 times that project, and they want to use the money for election.
The problem this time is that the presidential candidate of the APC doesn't have a qualification. And the Electoral Act was designed, I'm talking about Tinubu now. The Electoral Act was designed to cure that flaw because there's no way they can find the certificate. There's no way they can find his qualification. And as a result, I have a problem with political parties. You have a problem in your hands about the Electoral Act. You carry yourself to a banquet in the Aso Rock Villa to go appeal to the guy who designed the electoral law in the first place. What do you want him to do? To help him defeat the electoral law that was designed to help him continue his illegality in office. If the electoral law says somebody must qualify before they become president, there's no way Tinubu will be qualified to contest the next election. So why are you here deceiving yourselves? The second aspect is that these booby traps in the Electoral Act were done to give lawyers and our courts the opportunity to prolong our suffering. This is an electoral law for lawyers and the courts. But serious democracy, you already know, we are capitals of your lawyers. You already know that a lot of provisions of the Electoral Act violate the Nigerian Constitution. And whenever the Constitution provisions are violated, the Constitution is superior to an Electoral Act. Why are we arguing here? Why should we go to the court to interpret to us a Constitution that all of you have in your houses? And you know that these judges will keep dragging us until the candidate of their choice is brought back as president again, whether it's qualified or not. That is what I want to submit. Professor Mayaki, I thank you very much for your submission here today.
Ó dáa káàbọ̀ padà náà lẹ́tí gbọ́n yẹn o. Wike ló ń fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ òun fẹ́ dá sí o gbogbo ìdájọ́ tí Supreme Court dá lánàá. Ó ní àwọn ADC ń tanra wọn ní o pé irọ́ lórí irọ́ òfò ọjọ́ kejì ọjà kán mọ́ padà wá kán mọ́ láwọn tún ń da ẹgbẹ́ àwọn rú. Ó ní Sùmọ̀ká kọ́kọ́ gbóhùn láì kó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìdájọ́ tí wọ́n fún ẹgbẹ́ PDP torí òun ò mọ ibi tí Ṣèyí Mákindé àti Bàlá tán fẹ́ fojú sí nísìnyí o pé àyè sí wà láti tọmọlúàbí wọn ṣe o. Àwọn ò lé wọn o ṣùgbọ́n ó kàn yà wọ́n lẹ́nu wípé ẹ̀yin tí ẹsẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ò múlẹ̀ tẹ́ ń dẹgbẹ́ PDP irú ẹ̀yin náà lẹ́tún wá fẹ́ lọ join together pẹ̀lú ADC pé ADC àwádé ní ìsìn wọn máa tẹ́wọ́ wípé APC ló fẹ́ dẹgbẹ́ àwọn rú pé ẹ̀ tí mọ̀ wípé àwọn tí ò lè tó lé wọn náà wá join yín pé wọ́n dálé yín rú ni. Wike sọ púpọ̀ lọ́rọ̀ ẹ bá ń tẹ̀ sí.
Rules regulating the activities of the party. There are rules which you must comply with. And thank God Almighty that this is where we are. My brother Baran Mohammed and my friend Shey Makinde, who are here now, is holding a opposition coalition meeting. You know, which we are not part. We are the main opposition party, and I don't know where they will be heading to now. The import of this vacation of status quo ante bellum is that the leadership of the David Mark has been restored. I'm not a member of ADC. I'm not talking about anything. But however, assuming that is the correct position, now the judgment of the Federal High Court yesterday, I said, no, barring INEC, don't even take anything from them, this and that. So ADC is still in a big problem. Yeah, brought to the end of so-called factions of PDP by the judgment of the Supreme Court today, so that the media houses will no longer say the faction of Turaki. So such faction does not exist any longer because the Apex Court has finally nailed that. The Apex Court dismissed the appeals filed by Turaki and his cohorts One against the judgment of the Court of Appeal as it relates to His Excellency Sule Lamido's matter at the Federal High Court, which was decided by Justice Leahy, and then went to the Court of Appeal, and the appeal was dismissed. Again, the Turaki group went on an appeal to Supreme Court over the Austin Wachuku and his colleagues who went to the Federal High Court before Justice Omotosho. Justice Omotosho gave judgment saying that, look, whatever the PDP tend to do was wrong because of flouting the various constitutions of the party, the Electoral Act, and all other extant laws. And the Turaki faction felt satisfied. Of course, went to the Court of Appeal, they lost, and they also went ahead to the Apex Court. Today, the Apex Court has also ruled that they were all wrong, in against that our convention, which was held in Abuja here, has been validated, and that of the Abala Convention that was held on 15th, 16th of November in Ibadan has been set aside. So what this tells us is that there's only one PDP, led by Abraham Man. There's only one PDP, so we'll no longer begin to hear faction. There's no more faction in PDP. PDP has gone to stay. And I've always said it before, and that it's a matter of people understanding what they were doing. The mere fact that you are in power or you are in position does not mean that you carry out acts as if you have no law regulating. There are no rules regulating the activities of the party. There are rules which you must comply with. And thank God Almighty that this is where we are. My brother Baran Mohammed and my friend Shey Makinde, who are here now, is holding a opposition coalition meeting, which we are not part. We are the main opposition party, and I don't know where they will be heading to now. I don't know where they will be heading to. And now again, when you see that there's a judgment, I think against the ADC by the Federal High Court yesterday, saying that INEC should not recognize everything. So all their hopes are dashed. So I don't know which of the parties they will not go into.
ó dá owó náà lẹ́sìmọ́sì báwọn èèyàn ní àwọn ìgbọ́n ni àwọn ògbà wọn ní Wike náà ẹnu rẹ̀ dùn ní o wọ́n nítorí wípé kò lè máa fi ẹjọ́ tí High Court dá kó máa fi gbé ti Supreme. High Court dájọ́ lóòótọ́ wọ́n sọ báyìí ṣùgbọ́n Supreme ti sọ̀rọ̀ kí wàá ní High Court tó fẹ́ ọmọ sọ nígbà tí Supreme ti sọ̀rọ̀ the highest kìnìún náà ló ti sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣùgbọ́n báyìí tí Supreme ti wá dá wọn padà sí High Court wọ́n á ṣe síwèé kan ẹjọ́ yẹn ní ìsìn àbí kí lẹ lérò ṣé rí àwọn ẹjọ́ wọn gan-an gbà míì wọ́n fún wa ní direct layman meaning fún ẹjọ́ wọn ó dá owó ẹjọ́ wá fi lé ìkádé gbogbo rẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ àwọn tí ò yé ẹjọ́ yìí yé ìkan lára àwọn MBA ọ̀gá ní Ìbàdàn chapter òun ló ga òun sí máìkì pé ìṣòro ADC iṣẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní o pé ilé ìtàn yọ̀ tán gbajú tán gbàlù pé wọ́n bá mọ́ tí ìsàré yọ o pé kán ní sùúrù náà o wọ́n nítorí wípé eégún wọn tó kọ́kọ́ ń jó yìí ìran ní owó gbẹ̀yìn o mo ní sẹ́ẹ̀sì sọ́ǹtẹ̀ ń sọ wọ́n ní ṣé wọn ò mọ àwọn ni mi ò mọ̀ yín o wọ́n ní ṣé wọ́n introduce àwọn ni múlẹ̀yìn ni olórí MBA Ìbàdàn chapter ẹ bá ń tẹ̀sí ẹja gbọ́ wọ́n mọ̀ lọ.
What the Supreme Court settled in this matter is to the effect that when an appeal had been dismissed, the court lacks jurisdiction to give consequential order. It is only the consequential order given by the Court of Appeal that was set aside. The issue of the leadership crisis in ADC has not been resolved because it has to go back to the Federal High Court for a solution. So whoever that is jubilating now, maybe because the basis upon which the name of David Mark and Aregbesola and other exposed were struck off the INEC platform was the consequential order granted by the Court of Appeal. But the reality about the rule of law is that when a matter is in court, both parties are challenging the leadership of the organization. It shows that you cannot, in all fairness, refer to any of the parties as the leaders, as the leadership question is before the court. So they have been sent back to the Federal High Court for their adjudication on that matter because the Supreme Court had no jurisdiction to make pronouncement on matters that had not been settled by the lower courts. So the crisis of leadership of the party, the ADC party, is not yet over because it has just started. In hierarchy of courts, each court has jurisdiction on matters. Okay. Supreme Court can only assume jurisdiction, original jurisdiction on issues that has to do with disputes between states or between states and federal government. They cannot, Supreme Court cannot adjudicate or take original jurisdiction or matters that has to do with political parties or individual. or corporate bodies. It has to go to the lower court. Supreme Court can only sit on appeal on those judgments. So there hasn't been any judgment. You see, the problem with ADC is that as at the time they went to the Court of Appeal, the matter is not yet right for appeal, because what this federal court told them was, come and give a reason why an order should not be given against you. And that was where they rushed to Court of Appeal, and Court of Appeal said that their appeal was premature. In fact, out of the 7 grants of appeal they took to the Supreme Court, it was only that of status quo ante bellum that succeeded. They failed in all the 6 grants they brought to the Supreme Court, because as at the time they went on appeal, the matter is not yet ripe for an appeal. There hasn't been any resolution of issues from the lower court.
Ó lè jẹ́ wá fẹ́lẹ́ ìkádé gbogbo rẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ ìròyìn tá à ń gbọ́ láti Ọ̀ṣun state. Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà, ẹ má bínú, òun náà lẹ ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu alága NBA nìbàdàn, bóyá wá make sense, bóyá kò correct, bóyá ẹgbẹ́ ADC àgbà, bóyá nígbà. Èmi ò mọ̀, ẹjá dé Ọ̀ṣun state níbi tá a ti gbọ́ tí ọmọ gómìnà oníjó B-Red cousin Davido níbi tó ti ń sọ pé òun escape ìpànìyàn, wọ́n fẹ́ pa wọ́n rán àwọn àpààyàn sí òun. Wọ́n ní olórin B-Red ló ti bọ́ sórí agbágbé tó ní òun escape àwọn aya kìíní wọn ò fẹ́ fi wẹnu pé lọ́sùn state wọ́n ní òun sì mú àwọn suspect. Mo ní kó lè mú ọ. Adébáyọ̀ Adélékè, popularly known as B-Red, ọmọ Ọ̀ṣun state governor Adémọ́lá Adélékè, wọ́n ló ní orí kó yọ o torí ó narrowly escape ní Òṣogbo lọ́jọ́ Wednesday lọ́sàn gangan náà fẹ́ mú mọ́lẹ̀, wọ́n fẹ́ mú mọ́ kọ́nà. Wọ́n ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ reportedly ní aago 3:00 wípé ní àràǹdí òkè fíà ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o, kò sì jìnnà sí government house, wípé when the music star was said to have been trailed and pursued by suspected hoodlums, pé wọ́n lé ní mo ní woodlums ló ń pè ní ayad kìíní wọ́n yàtọ̀ síra wọn, bóyá gò lásán làwọn yẹn fọ́ ẹ̀gẹ́ agbọ̀délẹ̀. Wọ́n ní recounting the incident, B-Red said, as I went out to buy some stuff around Alekuwodu market, I just saw some Okada riders with ambo camps. Olóhùn rí ambo camps lórí wọn, trying to surround my vehicle at a traffic point under Okifia Bridge. He explained that the situation escalated when another vehicle joined the scene. As we tried to move out, we saw a white Toyota Venza coming towards us with a shout of, "It is him! It is him!" According to him, wọ́n ní àwọn tó wá fẹ́ àtàkì òun wípé wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pọ̀ sí, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n ń kó oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ìjà, wọ́n ń kó jáde. As we moved, the Toyota Venza pursued us, trying to block my Jeep. At the same time, the multiple motorcycles also joined in the chase. Over the fury chase. Wọ́n ní the chasing continued until we got to the gate of Osun State Government House, Okefia. B-Red further said that one of the people involved in the attack was Asiri Eniba Olonroju, whom he described as a notorious political thug. We identified one of the occupants of the vehicle to be Asiri Eniba. The matter has since been reported to the police for investigation. Reacting to the development, the Osun State government called for the immediate arrest and prosecution of the suspect. The demand was conveyed in a statement signed by Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment, Oluomokolapo Alimi, who urged security agency to act without delays. Tó bá àwọn èèyàn ní pé kọ́mọ́ pariwo à ń bọ̀ gan, pé torí pé à ń bọ̀ gangan ló fẹ́ wá gbàjọba lọ́wọ́ bàbá rẹ̀, wọ́n ní àwọn smell rat pé political gimmicks ni mo ní ẹ̀mí ọmọ ni wọ́n lé ẹ̀mí ìhun mọ̀ ni. Ó sá fún ẹ̀mí rẹ̀, ó sálá fún ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ o, má ṣe wẹ̀yìn ìwọ tó fẹ́ lọ bá èṣù jẹun tẹ́lẹ̀. Ó tí wọ́n pè sí ìrẹ̀ ogun, òwe Yorùbá ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ ń bá fẹ́ jẹun gbọ̀ngbọ̀n yóò tilẹ̀kùn gbọ̀ngbọ̀n ni ó wà lè dúró takúláyà kó ní wọ́n ti sì ọ́ jiná, ó ti dira, tó dira ni ó jẹ́rìí ìdira. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn èèyàn wá ń pe àwọn ọlọ́pàá sí pé kán tójú bọ̀ lóòótọ́ o, kò dáa tó o. Ó rẹ̀ ẹja wá fẹ́lẹ́ ìkún ká tó wá mọ́ lọ. Òbí ò dákẹ́ o, kò gbẹnu ẹ̀fà lágbàfọ́ o. Wọ́n ní láti ìgbà tí Ààrẹ Olódòdé ti sọ wípé àwọn ọ̀tá àwọn ò lè ṣẹ̀rù bà wọ́n, àti wípé ẹ̀yàwó ìṣẹlẹ́prọ́sì náà àwọn ilé ìyàwó ṣèjọba pé ẹ lọ wọnú àkáǹtì federation, owó ń gọbọ síbẹ̀ ni, exchange rate náà àwọn fẹ́ kó lágbára sí, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ìyàwó ṣe project ní pé kí ló wá dé nígbà tí ìṣe leprosy ni òbí bá dáhùn, ó ní leprosy ni, ó ní jẹjẹrẹ sí ní pẹ̀lú. mo ní òwò ṣe é dákẹ́ náà òbí kó kọjú mọ́ campaign rẹ̀. Wọ́n ní Mr. President, borrowing is not only a leprosy but a cankerworm cancer when it is borrowed for consumption and not production as it is in Nigeria today. Mo ní títì project náà fẹ́ yáwó fún sọ́mọ́ jẹ́ títì ni. Títì Ìbàdàn Greece Sokoto kí ló ń ṣe òbí báyìí? Borrowing for consumption slowly eats away at the health, reputation and autonomy of the nation. One of the major leprosy afflicting Nigeria today is not just debt, but debt without productivity, debt that is not tied to measurable economical value, debt that does not transfer or translate into jobs, growth, or improved living standards for the Nigerian people. No serious economy borrows recklessly. Pé àríolódó dem borrow recklessly. Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007 provides that any government in the federation or its agency and corporation desirous of borrowing shall specify the purpose for which the borrowing is intended and present a cost-benefit analysis detailing the economic and social benefits of the purpose. Pé àwọn ò tí ì rí purpose ìdí tí ààrẹ olódòdẹ tó fi rí ìyá owó ṣùgbọ́n àwọn èèyàn kẹ́nu bò bí o wọ́n ní àṣejù tiẹ̀ náà pọ̀ torí àṣejù nírun àyà wọ́n ní wọ́n ti sọ tán fẹ́ yá owó fún kì í sì ṣe wípé wọ́n fẹ́ fi ra oúnjẹ kì í ṣe pé wọ́n fẹ́ fi kó ráìsì wọlé torí wọ́n ti san lórúkọ pé ìjọba rẹ̀ sì a sì tún gbọ́ lẹ́nu alátìbàbà sọnù tó ń fi Arise TV kọrin rice station. Ó dá o àwọn ò ní rí jù báyìí lọ àwọ̀ fún wọn pa wẹ̀dẹ̀ ni àti wẹ̀dẹ̀wẹ̀dẹ̀ àyà tí ń dóde àlátàárọ̀ wípé òun ní tó ń fẹ́ sọnù Abala Lembaráyé mọ̀jà pẹ́ as per today is first of the month, the first day of the month. Ó dá yóò yá kò ní yẹ̀lẹ̀ àní rí jù báyìí lọ àmọ́ bóyá ṣe fàájì ní weekend yìí o bóyá Sunday àti ìmọ̀ bóyá irọ́ ní sí city mi náà fẹ́ rè sí fàájì fẹ̀rẹ̀ fẹ́ nìkan ní city mi. Àmọ́ wò bóyá ká gbé àtìtàjú wa lọ́jọ́ sí ẹjá mọ̀ owó táìmù mi náà mo tí promise yín o. God bless you and I love you. Goodbye. Aya, over to you.
Honorable Abejide, I know you to be a committed party man. I know you to be a fighter. I know you to be someone who does not like to be cheated. So please, my charge to you is to stay in that same ADC. Fight them. Scatter them. Hold on to your party, ADC.
Mo kí n káàbọ̀ sínú Abala Lembaráyé ìpápàpá láṣẹ mo mọ̀ pé rántí fọ́nrán yìí yóò ti tọ́sẹ̀ méjì tó ti jáde ní ìsìn tí Gbajabiamila tí ó ti sọ fún Abejide wípé scatter them, don't leave ADC. Ṣùgbọ́n lẹ́yìn tí ilé ẹjọ́ tó ga jù Nàìjíríà Supreme Court tí wọ́n ti dájọ́ lánàá tí wọ́n ti restore tí wọ́n sì ti dá oyè padà fólóyè òun náà ni Abẹ́gúndé ló ti announce wípé òun fẹ́ kó nu ẹgbẹ́ ADC òun ò sí mọ́ ní ọjọ́ wo náà sì charge ẹ tó sọ pé scatter them so lè scatter mọ́ ni so lágbára àti scatter wọn mọ́. Àyà mi sọ wípé ọ̀gá mi ń jọ bí ẹni pé ipá ti pín ibi tí ó lè scatter dé náà ló scatter dé yẹn gbọ́n tí Bíbélì sọ ni wọ́n ní abanijẹ́ kú iṣẹ́ o kú banijẹ́ o kú ọ̀fọ̀ o wọ́n ní aláyébàjẹ́ ọjọ́ tó bá dẹ́kun àti bàyànjẹ́ báyìí náà bò náà jẹ́ kanlẹ̀ wọ́n ń jọ bí ẹni wípé Abejide ó ti dẹ́kun àti mọ́ scatter báyìí o ẹ jẹ́ àwò bó ṣe fi ẹgbẹ́ ADC lẹ̀.
Today 1st May 2026, I, Right Honorable Leke Joseph Abejide, addressing world press conference on my political realignment for progressive promotion of Yaba Federal Constituency. It is a painful decision but necessary to save my political future from those who came to destroy my former political party that I labored hard to nurture and love dearly. It is good to lay the foundation of what necessitated the decision I took few weeks ago, so that the general public will be aware and know what actually transpired. Around August 2025, I took the leaders of ADC coalition in person of Senator David Mark, Ralph Aregbesola, Chief Ralph Nwosu, and ADC as a party to court. It was during the court long vacation that my lawyers approached the court and sought the court approval to listen to the case so as to get justice within a reasonable time frame, as the electoral activities leading to primary elections were coming closer. The judge obliged and granted us a elected hearing in order to determine the case so that each party to the case can go ahead either with ADC or find another political platform to achieve his or her political ambition. However, the defendants, who are David Mark and others, kept sending different people to join my case as a way to delay the matter from being adjudicated upon by the judge, up to the time Independent National Electoral Commission INEC rolled out timetable for political activities for primaries, elections, and general election in 2027. Due to long adjournments occasioned by the opposing counsel tactics to frustrate the speedy hearing of my suit, my counsel then advised me I should be looking for an alternative party to pursue my political ambition. Confronted by the frustration aforesaid that characterized the proceeding before the Federal High Court, my counsel further advised me that since ADC is leaderless and with the implication of not having validly elected national chairman and national secretary respectively to sign my nomination form, which is mandatory by law, before one can become a valid candidate, I should seek for an alternative platform to pursue my political ambition. It was then the mission of AD coalition was clear to me that the intention was not to grow the party, but to ensure people like me, who have been contesting on the platform of African Democratic Congress since 2019 without defecting to any political party, who have been winning when ADC was relatively unknown, do not have a political platform to achieve my political ambition, but they have failed. I have since moved on.
wọ́n náà lẹ́rìí yẹn wọ́n ti fún lórúkọ tuntun wọ́n ní kò yàtọ̀ sí Judas wọ́n ní Judas ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ayé òde òní rèé o wọ́n ló tán bí ó tán ó gbé gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ lọ sílé ẹjọ́ ìwọ ló fa gbogbo rúkèrúdò tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí wọ́n rán ọ níṣẹ́ ní ìdákọ́ńkọ́ wọ́n tún sọ dé gbangba wípé scatter them kó o mọ̀ tí ìfẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ ADC lẹ̀ kò pọ̀nsẹ́ méjì tán sọ fún ọ wípé kò scatter them remain in your party in the ADC to scatter them finish ó ti wá sú ọ ní ìsìn àbí ó ti parí iṣẹ́ mission completed ó wá ṣe ìrántí pé o ní lọ́ọ̀yà rẹ ló wá sọ fún ọ wípé ní ìsìn yóò dáa kó o gbẹ́sẹ̀ kúrò nínú àbàṣà tó fi rẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ ADC lára ń gbòjẹ́pọ̀ náà ẹlẹ́rẹ̀gbẹ̀ ni àbí ṣùgbọ́n báyìí ó wá ń jọ bí ẹni pé kò ní platform tó fẹ́ gbà mọ́ torí kò tí ì sọ inú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú tó ń lọ o kí ló wá kà wá gan bẹ̀ta serious lórí ọ̀rọ̀ wọn báyìí lọ́rọ̀ kan no more scatter o bóyá ó ti parí iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ ni bóyá ó ti sú ni kò yé wa o àwa máa wo ẹni tán máa rán sínú ẹgbẹ́ ADC tí ó parí iṣẹ́ yẹn tó bá jẹ́ pé kò tí ì parí ẹ̀ ó dáa ní ìjùmọ̀ lọ́nù ìròyìn tòní ò ẹ bá pín ó bá dénú yín o happy new month once again ní wàràwàtì nínú oṣù yìí o God bless you and have a great night.